will not allow me to criticize others, whereas I have to criticize my own creation. So this is something which I cannot understand. Secondly, technology has brought in what is called as citizen journalism. Yesterday, some of my friends were talking about accountability, social responsibility. These are the things that we have been talking and talking. Unfortunately, there is something which we cannot implement. Whose responsibility is it? Social responsibility, do you mean the social responsibility of the media or the social responsibility of the corporate sector? Today the IT giants are the media giants. They have started buying all the media houses in the West, and now slowly things are percolating towards India also. So the question here is how to decode the digital narratives which people are talking of. And as a literature student, I am worried about the type of decoding that we have to do. That is, where is the place for oppositional decoding? So I am quite worried about this, and the second worry which I expressed yesterday at the inaugural session was where is the place for ideological reasoning? See, I cannot live without ideology. There should be some kind of ideology where I should be talking of my own preferences. I was reading a newspaper in Agartala, Tripura, quite a long time, and I read the declaration of a lady who said that the Communist Party, Marxist Party, she said in Bengali, Party Amader Pran. That is, I loved it. Whether I like this, their philosophy, political philosophy or not, the way she uttered, it showed a kind of commitment. So I was really, not only, it was quite interesting and educative for me. Then today people are talking, even in journalism schools, they have started talking about storytelling. Now we are moving towards what is called as digital storytelling, because the old grandmothers have vanished. This is, in the name of technology, there are great experts. I am trembling in front of them because I don't have their knowledge to, contest or share. So that is what I am talking of. And people have started talking of interactive experience. I mean interactive literary experience. So that kind of, fusion of digital media and literature, it is happening, not that it is not happening, but I am really worried about the process and the consequences. So the active participation of audience as storytellers, that is where it is taking to. So I can go on talking about all these things, but since my friends are there to share their experience, their knowledge about the cyber sector, cyber security, cyber crimes, I think it would be educative for me, because every second day I will be receiving a call from an unknown person telling that you have bought a SIM which is not legal, just to, threaten me, and maybe they want to take some money out of me. But so far, so good, in the sense that I have resisted their attempts and survived. So without talking much about the other things, media ethics, and I will request my friends to start their exposition of what they think of it. So I will ask the moderator to proceed further. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Post your brief lecture, I would request Air Commodore Niranjan Kumar Pari, cybersecurity expert and managing director of RS Vera OPC Private Limited, to continue with the session.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, distinguished chair and all those who are here. So I'm sorry, sir, I'll take a little permission for you. All those who are below 30, please come front. This talk is not for all of us. This talk is for all of you. Please, पीछे बैठने से कुछ नहीं होगा, आगे बढ़ना है, देश को आगे ले जाना है. आइए, बहुत जगह है, इधर तो मतलब खाली है बहुत. आइए. Sorry, sir. I thought because पीछे से आगे आना है, उनको आगे देश को ले जाना है. Slides. Can you switch on the slide, please? My presentation. Okay, if you have settled down, good morning to all of you once again. I just want to speak on this big topic, but narrow down to cyber security and some media ethics. So before I proceed, I will show you a video. This is happening day in, day out. Every hour, somebody in the media, somebody in the society is trying to fake change. No changing. Not working. Okay, play this video. Click it there.
मेरा पहला सवाल स्वाभाविक सा सवाल है.
This is a fake video of our Honorable Home Minister who had given an interview. Please listen.
लेकिन जो अब समय आया है, ऐसा पहले कभी नहीं हुआ. दोवल जी ने जो ऑपरेशन सिंदूर का पूरा योजना दिया था, उसमें हमसे बहुत बड़ी भूल हो गई है. सबसे बड़ी भूल यही थी कि हमने पाकिस्तान को छोटा समझ लिया था. सोचा था अपने रफाइल उड़ाएंगे, पाकिस्तान कुछ नहीं करेगा. लेकिन जब कर्नल सोफिया की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस सुनी तो असलियत सामने आ गई. पाकिस्तान ने 26 से ज्यादा जगह पर मिसाइल बरसा दिए. अभी तक विश्वास नहीं आ रहा कि ये कैसे हो गया. कहां गया वो मोदी जी का भारत विकास. अब तो एक ही बात समझ आ रही है, मोदी जी अब बस इस्तीफा दीजिए और घर जाइए. बीजेपी की नेतृत्व अब नए किसी लीडर के पास जाना चाहिए. ये सब मेरे दिल की बात है और अब पूरी जनता भी कह रही है. बस बहुत हो गया.
स्वाभाविक सा सवाल है, आप सबसे पहले मोदी जी से कब मिले? क्या चीज थी वो जिसने आपको उनकी ओर आकर्षित किया?
देखिए, मिलना तो मेरा एक संघ की बैठक में ही हुआ था।
I will not stretch
संघ के
this
एक वरिष्ठ
further because you
पदाधिकारियों
know why we
पदाधिकारी
are
का
here. Next,
अहमदाबाद के कॉलेज
next slide.
मेरा पहला सवाल
Next
स्वाभाविक
slide. So this is my presentation outline. This was planned for a 30 minutes presentation, but now that I think the time is squeezed because unfortunately you could not be here by the time which was appointed here. So I don't blame, I blame myself that I have made such a big slide. No problems, I'll try to squeeze it. Okay, next. So this is all about me. I served 34 years in Indian Air Force in the field of communication, IT and cyber security. I was the prime mover in establishing one of the finest institution called Defense Cyber Agency under Ministry of Defense, and other details you can find it from here. Thank you. Next. So this is history of this. I think has been covered in detail yesterday. I will come to the last line, Media 5.0. Here the relationship, the core concept is symbiotic, and what we are talking and the period you are seeing, this is coinciding with generation or generative GPTs, pre-trained transformers, chat GPT kind of thing. And today there are at least hundreds of GPTs, hundreds, not less, maybe thousands. So here the role, all of us are co-creator. We are creating narratives. We are creating every day. This has become a business, profession, earning potential. Okay, and we are talking about generative AI, AR and VR. That's all. And here BCI stands for brain computer interface. Most of us are talking about brain computer interface. Elon Musk has already inserted some computer into a brain where he can, the thought process can be converted into the language of the future. That's all. I just want to restrict to this slide. Next. I will try to bring some relation of data before I go to cyber security, because you should know why it is important. Some facts, some figures, because here you should know how it affects the entire world. This is what is the growth, likely growth of data. 1 zettabyte is 1 million petabytes. 1 petabyte is 1000 terabytes. So we are already generating 108 zettabytes in 2025, and we'll reach 6,939 approximately. This is an approximation, this kind of data. So this data generation is at a humongous speed. The speed is unbelievable. The kind of data we generated till 2000, it's just a minuscule of what we are generating today. We are generating hundreds and hundreds of terabytes of data as a common human population. Rest all machines are generating. Let's see the universe. Next. So this is the data we are generating. Who is generating? I will give an example. Being a Fauji, I will say Su-30 flies for 3 hours without refueling. So in 1 hour of flying of a Su-30 generates nearly 10 GB of data. If a pilot goes and comes back after 1 hour, 10 GB of data is extracted and put into the storage. And India has got 300 Su-30s. If 200 fly every day, you can understand what kind of data we are generating. We are flying 100,000 aircraft, business aircraft every day in the world. And we are generating to the tune of petabytes of data every day. So the data is going to get generated. But then what do you do with it is very important to understand. Next. So among all this, this is the platform we are actually very concerned about. Media. Other data like your connected car, Teslas and all, they require performance. But what about this? 300, this information has been taken from Statista. 300 Facebook accounts, 300 crores. Actually it is less, it is showing, but it is more. WhatsApp, 200 crores. YouTube, 250 crores. And all of them, they are generating the kind of data that is unheard of. Next. So, you see, all youngsters must understand that when they generate data, where does it go? One is, it is in the surface web. It's just about 6% of the entire web. 94% of the web is actually below the surface, where bank accounts, your personal details, your research papers, everything is stored there and being sold every day. 41 crores of Airtel data has been sold at a very nominal cost of 40 crores. So how does this data go out? So there is some insider, there is some outsider, there is a deal making, and this is happening. And we talk about ethics. What ethics? Money beats all ethics. That's all. You pay more, you get everything that you want in this world. 3 days back, WhatsApp data has been, all user data has been hacked. What do? Can't do anything because you have written, I agree. Every time you go and download an app, you say, I agree. Nobody has time to read what is written there. And if you don't agree, do you think WhatsApp will give you access? Sorry, it will not. Google has made some smart features. They can look into your mail every day and they can use it to train their AI Gemini 3.0 every day. So that's all is ethics. So let's not talk about ethics. Ethics are not for small, or are only for small people like us. There are no ethics for all big companies or big presidents of the world. There is no ethics. What ethics are we talking about? So we'll come. But what I'm saying is I'm just trying to show the mirror that what is happening today. So dark web and then deep web and dark web, they are actually holding, I am sorry to say, 90% of the pornographic material is here in the dark web. And that's all being sold in bitcoins. Bitcoin has become the universal media for transfer of information and money. Next. So I love statistics because they only will show you the true face. So population 146 crores, population under 35, 95 crores. The young generation, the productive generation, but they are spending nearly 8 hours on OTT, on Facebook, on Instagram. Out of 24 hours, 7 to 8 hours, India's average, I am not guessing, India's average spending on social media platform is 7 hours 30 minutes every day. So we want to take our nation to developed country status in 2047. But is our youth ready today? Do they have time? They have to take out their time from this device and do something contribution to the society. Okay, but look at the last rate of growth of cybercrime in last 4 years, 400%. I am trying to drive you to that thought that what is happening. And this is only recorded growth. In I4C portal, this is recorded. There are hundreds and thousands of data points which have been lost out, which is not reported at all. Next. So, why we are worried? This is why you should be worried. This is where your Aadhaar system has got 142 crores of data. Every child born today, tomorrow the Aadhaar is created. Okay? UPI ecosystem 49 crores account. The transaction is to the tune of 30 lakh crores. October it was 28.7 lakh crores in a month. This is the kind of transaction we are doing. Then Ayushman Bharat and all that. So what I am saying is India is driving very hard and very fast into the digital ecosystem. And therefore, we are also exposing ourselves to this menace of cybercrime. Because everybody thinks this is the easiest way to make money. So it's earlier we were saying it was in Bihar, in Jharkhand, but now it is in every nook and corner of this country. Okay, next. So these are the universal government apps we generally use. Next. Next slide, please. So India is number one, at least for one. We are the most targeted nation. It was second most last year. This time, just a few days back, India has been declared the most targeted, cyber attack targeted nation of the world. So, there are cases which are surging fast, major data losses. I said Aadhaar data has been breached, whether the government may say no. Co-win data 100 crores breached. Your biggest data breach of 146 crores of data for email hacks. And 3 days back, WhatsApp has been hacked. 300 plus crores. So, but what happens to our critical infrastructure? I will come to that. I will give some examples of Op Sindur. Fauji hu, dil manta nahi hai, mangta hai. Next. So, this is what I was talking about Op Sindur. Why I am quoting Op Sindur is, this is one of the most very well executed program of India as a whole, because we adopted whole of a nation approach. Everybody, whosoever was, wherever it was responsible, they have played their role. And I just have quoted our PM Modi here. See, I am not a political person, but I always believe give credit where it is due. So I have given this statement. But during Op Sindur, the kind of attack, cyber attack, it happened, I will show you next. But the fakery that ISI, ISPR of Pakistan has created is just, impossible to beat. If two countries in the world are best in carrying out fakery, that's China and Pakistan. I don't have any, I don't mince my words. They are best at it, that's all. They are doing something very good at it. Okay, next. So, the cyber war and the untold story of misinformation, disinformation and fakery, the fact factory, all this, we were attacked, and this is the percentage in the wheel that's saying. So 25% attack were on defense. Of course it will, because that time war was going on. Next is election, government ministries, because external affairs ministry was pushing very hard to drive opinion against Pakistan, okay, and Turkey also, okay. So this is what is, let's go to some more facts, next. So this is the kind of attack we faced during 23rd April to 10th of May, when Pakistan requested India to cease fire. Okay? So this is total coordinated attack reported by Maharashtra Cyber is 1.5 million during this period. Total successful breaches 150, just about 0.1%. Do you think it is possible without anybody's effort? So we have done really well to stop almost all major attacks. NSE reported that 40 crore attacks happened on one single day on the financial system, 40 crore. Maharashtra Cyber in general reported this, but NSE was the most attacked system in during this Operation Sindur, because everybody knows if the defense has to move, the money has to move. If money has to move, it is there in Reserve Bank of India and they are available in the stock market. If you crash the stock market for a day, especially NSE and BSE, the losses will be humongous. Therefore, they reported 40 crore attack in a single, that is the maximum number of attack. Next. And among these banks, State Bank of India, HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank are the most targeted banks in the country. So, there were 2 lakh attacks on power system. One is finance, the other is power. If the production has to go on, if the life has to go on, then power has to be there. But if the entire power infrastructure or power system goes down, then everything gets affected. So, 2 minutes. Yeah. I'm just, so as ma'am has instructed me to squeeze it, I am trying to, I will try to reduce. So, what I am saying is, there are something called advanced persistent threat groups. 35 threat groups, mostly belonging to Pakistan, China, North Korea, and some other friends also, started attacking the entire system, because others will try to take advantage of this situation. अभी मौका है, थोड़ा हम भी मजा ले लेते हैं, okay. But fortunately, they could not dent anything that is important. They hacked some school website, they hacked some non-important functions, and not even one single ministry was hacked. Next. So I will please pay 15 seconds to this. So why I am trying to say that data never dies is this diagram, this slide. See, you as a human being, you take a birth, you die. That's all. But in your digital life, nothing dies. If you are putting a WhatsApp chat, there are 3 copies made. If you are putting a YouTube chat, there are 3 copies, minimum 3 copies made and put into geographical region so that you can enjoy it when you like. So this is called content delivery networks. So nearest content delivery network of your country, do have a copy. Then it will have a backup. It will have another backup. Because आपका experience seamless होना चाहिए. मजा कभी खत्म नहीं होना चाहिए. That's what. So आप Instagram में जाते हैं, होटल में खाना आता है, खाना का फोटो लेते हैं और अपलोड कर देते हैं फ्रेंड्स को. So 3, आपने कभी इनको नहीं बोला कि मैं मर रहा हूँ या मैं मर जाऊंगा तो डेटा डिलीट कर दीजिए. कोई बोलता है या कोई बोलने से कर देगा? कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. So that's what is there. Next. So I just biggest media hacks. Next. Last. So this is media hack. Sony 2014. North Korea attacked Sony Pictures. 3,000 computers bricked. Bricked means they were dead. They could not be revived. Memory was erased. Nothing could be done. And the company Sony Pictures almost went out of business. But because it is Sony, they could still survive. So this is what is media hack. Next. So this is where media should take care. What is to be taken care is here. One is pre-production and production phase. So you should protect your pre-production data because they are unreleased content is your crown jewel. आपने प्रोजेक्ट बनाया, प्रोजेक्ट रिलीज नहीं हुआ, बट उस टाइम पे जब तक वो रिलीज नहीं होता है ना, तब तक वो आपका क्राउन ज्वेल है, तो उसको रक्षा करना आपका काम है. सो यू शुड प्रोटेक्ट देम. थर्ड पार्टी सप्लाई चेन, virtual production, LED walls can be hacked, cloud can be hacked, and so this is what is happening in pre-production and production. Next. So these are happening post-production. Signal hijacking, ransomware kill switch. Okay, most of the even Sony hack, they encrypted the entire content. They didn't allow it to get telecast. So most of the media hacks happen through this ransomware. Okay. Then the media 5.0 deep fake and identity theft. This is what is bugging the entire world today. Okay, next. So what? So I said, okay, threats are there, क्या करें? But वो तो रहेगा. So pillar 1, you have to secure by design. So pillar 1 is you have to secure your design. Wherever you are keeping the content, you have to secure it. Okay. Then you have to understand the vendor risk and take some measures to stop that vendor risk, and threat intelligence. You should know what is happening around the world. Okay, next. Real-time vigilance. You have to understand that you are always under threat. Somebody is there to take your content. अच्छा पिक्चर है, कोई ना कोई चोरी करने की कोशिश करेगा, कुछ नहीं है तो फिल्म हॉल में बैठ के रिकॉर्डिंग कर लेगा. That's all. So आपके बिजनेस गया. So 24/7 monitoring is a recommended step. Next. Access control. Who is having access to your data? आपके घरों में जो माँ और बहन के जो जेवरात है, उसका चाबी वो आपको कभी देते हैं क्या? हस्बैंड को भी नहीं मिलता, भाई को भी नहीं मिलता, तो उनके पास रहता है. क्यों? Because that's their wealth. So whenever you create content, you have to put access control. That means nobody should be able to control it. Nobody should be able to see that also. So this is one. So in the architecture portion, there is something called a zero trust architecture, which is again a cyber security related term. I will not draw you into that because there is less time. Next. So this is what is ethical foundation. But again, I will not, मैं आप लोगों को एथिक्स के बारे में बताऊंगा नहीं, क्योंकि आप लोग मीडिया से हैं तो आपको एथिक्स बहुत अच्छा पता होगा, लेकिन मैं आपको लास्ट फ्यू थिंग्स बताऊंगा कैसे आप अपने आप को प्रोटेक्ट करेंगे. लेट्स गो. Had there been time, I would have explained each one of them, then otherwise it's not possible to cover all of them in one go. Next. So this is what is my last slide. Call to action, how to protect your cyber security or protect your information. So first thing first, first of all you should know what is the asset of your organization. Okay? You should create asset. Suppose घर में जेवर है तो मुझे पता भी होना चाहिए, मैं इतना रिच नहीं हूँ कि जेवर कितना है, कहाँ है पता नहीं है, लिस्ट होना चाहिए. वैसे ही आपके एसेट कहाँ पड़ा है, ओके, आपको पता होना चाहिए, एसेट रजिस्टर होना चाहिए. देन फॉर ए स्मॉल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और ए बिग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यू शुड क्रिएट ए रिस्क मैनेजमेंट. कि अगर आपके कंपनी है, आपके कंपनी सपोज प्रोडक्शन हाउस है, अगर आपके प्रोडक्शन हाउस के प्रोडक्शन जो एडिटिंग सिस्टम बहुत वैल्यूएबल है, उसके बगैर आपका काम नहीं चलेगा, तो वो हैक नहीं होना चाहिए. तो दैट इज योर बिगेस्ट एसेट. सो बिगेस्ट एसेट इज, इफ दैट गोज डाउन आपका काम ठप हो जाएगा. सो अकॉर्डिंगली यू हैव टू कैरी आउट सम रिस्क मैनेजमेंट. ओके, एसेट कैन बी ह्यूमन बीइंग ऑल्सो, क्योंकि जो बंदा काम करता है अगर दूसरे पार्टी बदल दिया तो आपके ऑपरेशंस भी ठप पड़ सकता है. सो डोंट थिंक एसेट इज वो मतलब डेड नहीं है. एसेट कैन, लाइव पीपल कैन बी एसेट्स ऑल्सो. ओके, so create a cyber security policy for your organization, deliberation with all stakeholders a must, and employ a specialist for the task. आप जब किसी को हार्ट अटैक होता है, वो हॉस्पिटल में जाता है, उसको कार्डियोलॉजिस्ट या कार्डियक सर्जन ऑपरेट करता है, उसको यूरोलॉजिस्ट नहीं करता है. तो आप अपने काम, मीडिया का काम है, आप उसमें मतलब महारत हासिल किया है, लेकिन जो काम आपका है नहीं उसमें आप स्पेशलिस्ट को ले आइए. It will cost money, but it will protect your asset. It will protect your company. Okay. Then, do you have even a smallest company of 5 people having 5 laptops? You should have some policy. Do you have that policy? If you do not have, employ one, create one. Okay. ओ आजकल कॉलेज यूनिवर्सिटी में मैं जब जाता हूँ लेक्चर, कभी 50-60 लेक्चर दे चुका हूँ, पूछता हूँ आपके पास साइबर सिक्योरिटी पॉलिसी है? बोलता वो क्या होता है? कितना कंप्यूटर है? 300 कंप्यूटर है. साइबर सिक्योरिटी पॉलिसी 0 है. नाम नहीं लूंगा, रिसेंटली एक स्कूल से मतलब मुझे इनविटेशन आया था कि सर हमारा थोड़ा लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं सर्वर से डाटा चोरी करने के लिए, गाइड करिए. मैंने बोला क्या गाइड करूं, आता हूं. आया, देखा कि कुछ है ही नहीं जिसके बेसिस में हम एनालिसिस कर सकते हैं. फिर मैंने उनका ब्लूप्रिंट बना के दिया है. देन गेट एन एनुअल ऑडिट, बिग और स्मॉल कंपनी. आप एक एनुअल ऑडिट करिए. एनुअल ऑडिट के बाद जो पॉइंट्स आता है, थर्ड पार्टी ऑडिट इज ए मस्ट, तो उसको इंप्लीमेंट करिए. एंड क्वार्टरली एक ऑडिट करना चाहिए अपना टीम से. टीम को ट्रेनिंग कर सकते हैं. एंड ये जो है ना लास्ट, कैरी आउट सस्टेन्ड साइबर सिक्योरिटी अवेयरनेस कैंपेन फॉर ऑल एम्प्लॉयज. दिस इज, ह्यूमन इज द वीकेस्ट लिंक इन एवरी साइबर सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच. ह्यूमन बीइंग, it can be an insider, it can be an outsider, but human being is the weakest link. अगर आपको चेन को स्ट्रॉन्ग रखना है तो strengthen that, I am not saying remove, strengthen that weakest link, train him. He should not click any unwanted link, he should not go and click any picture which has come in WhatsApp without knowing who has sent it. He should not go and SMS में कुछ लिंक आता है उसका फ्रॉड हो जाएगा तो उसको लिंक नहीं दबाना है. कार्ड के फ़ोन आता है तो फ़ोन में नहीं बोला, हर कोई कार्ड फ़ोन से ऑफर करने के लिए तैयार है. हर दिन मुझे 10 कॉल आता है कि सर आपको इन्वेस्टमेंट करना है, आपको ये करना है, मैं सलाह देता हूँ. मैं बोलता हूँ मुझे नहीं चाहिए, बंद करो. ओके, और उसी नंबर को आप फ़ोन करेंगे ना, आपका कॉल कभी नहीं जाएगा. दिस इज़ वन वे कॉलिंग थ्रू इंटरनेट IP फोन्स, एंड दे विल नॉट, यू विल नॉट एबल टू, दे विल से This number does not exist. So जब भी ऐसे कोई अज्ञात व्यक्ति से फोन आता है, drop that, don't pick up that call, you call back, you will know सच्चाई क्या है. So this is all. Next slide please. This is all that I have to offer in this short time. But in case you feel there is some question, ma'am, question ले सकते? नहीं, बाद में. Okay, I am here till at least your lunch time. If anybody feels that they require help, then I am available here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Hello. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Niranjan Kumar Pari, with your elaborate speech and a wonderful presentation. Presentations are generally easily taken up by the students. It gets registered fast. We shall now request Mr. Manish Kumar Pandey, Senior Director, Head of Cybersecurity Delivery, Infosys, Bhubaneswar, to share his ideations and his experience about digital narratives, cybersecurity, and media ethics. Before I hand over the microphone to Mr. Pandey, I would like to just briefly introduce him. He's a master's in computer application from NIT Raipur in 1999 and graduated from IIM Bangalore. He has 27 years professional experience in IT. Currently, he's the Senior Director, Head of Cybersecurity Delivery for Europe, ANZ, Asia Pacific regions. He is a Purdue University US certified cybersecurity professional, certified Scrum Master, and certified in utility domain, several areas by Enter Dynamics Corporation, USA. He was awarded 10 times with Infosys Oscar Awards for Excellence, 3 times Infosys Bhubaneswar DC Ambassador. He's recognized as India's top 100 great managers 2022 by Economic Times, TAPMI, and People Business. Mr. Pandey, you can please carry on with your speech.
So I'll be using, okay, it is working. Thank you, Miss Devyani. So first of all, would like to request all of you to clap for yourself. Because near to this university, and I should say center of the education of Odisha, I was expecting more people to be here and get the benefit of the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, the industry experts, to get the best use of this forum. And thanks to the organizer for arranging such a wonderful event and very relevant topic. So with this, I would like to start. Madam has already given my introduction. Day to day, I deal with the digital content and your cybersecurity and many other things. And I deal with the global clients, but same time, whatever I deal with my global clients, same is applicable for my mother, my sister, my wife, and my daughters as well. So what it means is, each one of us, like sir also mentioned that, prosumer. Please note it down, the students who are here, prosumer. This is the very nice word, has been coined and very relevant. Basically in this context, sir has used it. Each one of us are prosumer. We are producer of the content. We are contributing to the content. That's something which I am speaking here. That may go to some social media tomorrow. Some of us, it is getting recorded as well. What I am speaking, that transcript will be available and can be used for any kind of research or reference purpose. So that way I am producer. Same time, I have read several digital content today, yesterday night, and day-to-day basis, right? So I am also a consumer of those content. So when we talk about the media, it is no more limited to the print media or some of the, let's say, newspapers or journalists and something. Media is everything. Even the newborn baby is part of the media, because the newborn baby picture is contributing into the data, the repository, and Mr. Niranjan was also saying that, right? Each one of us are producing data. So if you see the globally, India produces 20% of the data. We are biggest contributor. And same time, we are one of the poorest, I should say individual, I'm not saying country. Country has lots of laws and regulations, but we are among poorest, what I should say, individuals or human being or society, which is concerned about the data. One question to all of you. How many of you have shared your complete Aadhaar card to one individual? It can be your insurance agent, it can be your RTO agent, it can be anything. Just raise your hand. Any of you have shared your Aadhaar card outside? You have not shared any Aadhaar card? Wonderful. Okay, so what is happening here is, most of the Aadhaar card also has provision. You can mask your identities and share only last 4 digits, right? But we share everything. Reason is we are not concerned. And what happened when data leak happens? Let's say my personal information is available in social media, or someone has leaked. Maybe I am nobody right now, but someone is knowing, let's say, top interest list Aadhaar card number, it's a big data breach. So what happens for us is, when data is leaked, we hardly trace where the informations are. Maybe I have given my Aadhaar card in Esplanade Mall to get some coupon or some free vouchers, something, right? So we are very less concerned about the data as an individual. At the same time, as a media, lots of information, media, journalists, everyone is collecting that. So first thing I would like to focus on data privacy. Data privacy has gone long way in India. 10, 12 years, our nation started looking into that, because internet penetration started 2008, 2009 onwards. In the common man, when a smartphone came, everyone started using the content. So that things came as data privacy. And data privacy is more relevant to all the media houses. So if you see right now, we have personal data related policies are there. Okay, DPDP acts are there. So in this case, for someone who is collecting the data, the person has to be very concerned. Example, someone is collecting data, some journalist is coming to me, some media house is coming to me, collecting some data from knowingly or unknowingly about me. Because there is some journalists are there who are always like khoji patrakarita bolte hain, right? They always investigate, they collect some of the information. So unknowingly, or maybe your intention is right, but you might be collecting the data without consent of that individual enterprises. So first is consent related laws are there. Second is data of the individual versus minor and others. It is not like you can collect any data. You see that very frequently something happens, people are posting the pictures of the victims in the social media. Those are not allowed. You are not authorized to even mention the name of the child, forget about the picture in any kind of media platform without the consent of their parents. So similar way, if you go, like Mr. Niranjan also mentioned, that data always relies. It always there in the system. It will never expire. But there is a data expiration policy. It is not like you collect the data and you will keep forever. There is a limitation, the number of years, number of, let's say, month or something, you can keep the data. Example, I am ready to share my data only for a year. After that, that data should be flushed. If it is not, then the person is liable. And if you see this act which I am talking, Data Privacy Act, which is applicable in India, in fact, 14th of November, just 1 week back, new version has come, new clauses have come. And here penalties are huge, from 10,000 to 500 crore. Think about one newspaper agency in Bhubaneswar. Some data privacy related violation happens. Liabilities to that agency or that media house can be up to 500 crore. The entire media house has to shut down just because of one data leak issue. So this is something coming. So my first request to all the people who are from media, because you will be dealing with the content. No media will survive without content. And I have many friends. In fact, I do write in the newspaper about technology. I do have columns. And Madam also mentioned that I have published my 2 books in Hindi poem, literature, and others, right? So lots of contents are there. My journalist and patrakar, jo dost hain, if I interact with them, they keep all the information, all the newspaper in their home. They keep it forever. So as a media, as a journalist, or whatever content area you are going to enter, because there may be many other area related to media job, you will be collecting lots of data. My first request will be to be concerned about what data you are collecting, and how long you're collecting, and make sure that you're fully aware about the policies and others. Because in India, some level, individuals are not coming forward for any kind of data breach. But if you go to international media or cross the boundaries of India, you'll be in big trouble if you're not aware. Second thing, I would like to talk about the authenticity of the content and data. We saw that how the deepfake is coming, right? In fact, 2 days, 3 days back, some YouTube I was watching, and I got one access to the Sonu Nigam concert in New York or somewhere in US. He was singing the song Kal Ho Na Ho. And one stanza he was singing, other stanza Muhammad Rafi Sahab was singing. And it was live in the video and people clapping. So of course he might have taken the permission and something, but it is possible. Anyone, right now I am sitting here, I am speaking, but this video, whatever content I am doing, it can be completely altered. So, and same time, 80% of each one of us, in fact, more as a consumer, if you're using more data, I would like to say 80% of all of us are some or other manner have consumed the false information or forwarded the false information. Several WhatsApp messages, videos and others are coming. We do not check the authenticity. We are keep forwarding that. Okay, think about that one of our famous actor, 80-plus-year-old actor, right? The social media things were coming, the person is no more. And everywhere it was coming. And the person, his family came in Mumbai and said that, no, he's pretty much alive and he has discharged from the hospital and at home. So, and think about that, if such things are coming just in the media format, his son, who is also famous actor, his video comes and said that, I'm very sorry to say that this person is no more and something. Think about that, how the damage it will cost. And that is pretty much possible. There are several financial frauds are there. Some company launched their IPO, and IPO, we all know that it is a first time, it is a make or break. Any company, when they go for public, they release the IPOs to get the funding from the society, from the market, from the people like us. So one video came from very top in the list, and that person was saying that this IPO is very good, I would recommend you buy. And that IPO was oversubscribed. Why? Because someone very knowledgeable person, someone who is recognized in the industry is endorsing that IPO, and that video was fake. So several fake videos are going on. Unknowingly, we are also promoting those there. So second thing coming here is data authenticity, the content authenticity. We need to really believe that not if something looks so good or so bad, first there should be doubt. And there's many things are there. So good in the sense you just forward this message, you will get iPhone. I don't think so anywhere in the world, other than Lord Jagannath blessings and our parents' blessings, nothing is free in the world. Okay, everything cost us. In fact, everything is coming to India free. Why? Because we are the product. We are producing many things for them. We are the test bed. Many things are being piloted in India. And we are actually helping them to example, all the social, if you see GenAI app, ChatGPT, and many other things are free. Because we are helping them to strengthen their algorithm. We are helping them to get some sample data. Based on that, they can build the logic. So we are the product. We are not using product. We are becoming product for the others. People are using us. So authenticity probably is the second thing which I'll be looking for each one of us to be aware. Today is a deep fake. Let's say 2 years back, nobody was knowing that. Tomorrow something else will come. And with the advent of technologies and GenAI and metaverse and many other things, you will keep seeing the technologies are coming. And this is the biggest threat for the media platforms. Because people believe you. Let's say any of the social media platform, or let's say you have your own YouTube channel or your newspaper channel and people have subscribed, they believe you. Something fake comes there. Unknowingly, you publish something fake there and it is caught. Or let's say someone recognizes it is fake. Your entire reputation will go away. Nobody will believe. Even you tell truth also, people will say, ye to TRP ke liye karta hai. Or this person is not at all promoting the right information, or the person is manipulated by some other political parties and something, and don't believe that. In fact, Mr. Nayak just moved out here but when Odisha election was going on, my company, the volunteers and all the IT fraternities, along with the Odisha police, we were monitoring the social media content. we were seeing that what kind of videos are being promoted. Let's assume one of the top leader from any XYZ party is coming up and saying that I'm resigning from this party, and this party is not really worthy to vote. Please vote for this. By the time the video is shut down or someone comes with the explanation, damage will be there. So this is the power of social media nowadays and media nowadays. They can really make or break. And so that is where content authenticity is coming one of the biggest thing for all of us to look into. And third is the cyber security aspect. Certainly I will be covering that, because now when we talk about digital, let's say every newspaper has their website, they have their app, and those are not really very secure. In fact, I know several mechanisms. I am dealing with all the security controls, whether it is your anti-access management or how the data should be stored secure, how their website is secure, okay, what are the several factor authentications. When I see this website, these are highly prone for hacking. Only thing is that hackers are now very busy in getting money or collecting money from people like us. Social media or media platforms or newspaper, XYZ newspaper of Bhubaneswar, they are not in the hacker radar. But when Operation Sindoor or any kind of such war happens, cyber war happens, anything disruption happen globally, these social media platforms or all the media platforms are under threat because they do not have control. Think about that. One of the leading Odia newspaper is hacked, and something comes, there is bomb blast XYZ places, or there is some riots are happening, or some terrorist has entered Bhubaneswar city and we need to protect. Think about that panic it will create. And by the time it will come, it is a fake, damage will be there. So for the social harmony or for national integrations, many other reasons, this security of the digital content platforms are required. So that is why this is another area, because media is, I should say, profitable business. I'm not seeing that any media house is really shutting down because of money. Only thing is that they are more into advertisements and other places. As of now, their own security is not in their priorities. Hardly any, if you see, most of the media houses have someone XYZ very poorly coded or designed contents are there or platforms are there which are highly prone for any kind of hacking. The employees of those social media, let's say all the newspaper companies and others, they are not very well versed about their protections, their ID passwords, anyone can use it. Editors and others are there, their content can be altered. Only thing is that as of now, fortunately, this area is not under the hackers' radar, but the way number of hackers are coming, and in fact cyber is becoming a big industry. It is the people who are in the cyber crime area are getting very easy money. Hard-earned money for a person lifetime. We are seeing several digital arrests in our neighborhood, right? So hard-earned money of a person for 60 years, 40 years, retired, after retirement, those people, just one click, one call, or two, three phishing attempts and something, person money is going away. So that money is going to individual. So person who is earning lifetime, just in few seconds that money can go out. So what is happening is the hackers and criminals, cyber criminals are busy there to get the money. But when something comes, when it is a like national war or some level of some anti-social elements, think about that, how to disturb the society, how to go for disturbing the nation and other things, this media platform will be the first target. So that is why my request to all of you would be who are in the media, look into your digital platform which you have and how secure those are. So with this, I would like to conclude. So three things from my side which I would like to pass. First is be concerned about the data privacy, what data you are collecting, how long you are going to collect it, do you have consent. You should not be sharing those content with the third party and any things without the individual things, because as a media, you are not authorized to consume all the data, share all the data. Some of the data are confidential in nature, and you need, whether person is allowing or not, you also need to be aware about the policies and regulations which are there in India. Second thing is that authenticity. Don't go for sensational news for TRP or subscription, any other reason, because it will cost very heavily. It will be reputation loss for you if some wrong information, some false information has been projected from your platform. Third thing is that think about the cybersecurity in your platform, because it is a very easy for things for you to lose your lifetime reputation, your lifetime whatever credits you have. So these are the things I would like to add. And same time, any specific things you want to know, I'll be available after this session as well. And you can connect me also in LinkedIn. I'm here last 18 years. I'm in Bhubaneswar, so many forum I interact. So I'd like to really help anyone is willing to know more about that. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much, sir, Mr. Manish Kumar Pandey, for your lucrative informations regarding cybersecurity and how the young generation should be conscious, especially the young generation. They should be conscious of what news is being published or it is on social media. I would now request Dr. Anjani Kumar Jha, HOD and Associate Professor, Department of Media Studies, Mahatma Gandhi Central University, Bihar, to begin his speech. But before that, I would like to introduce the audience with his career graph. He has been an accomplished academic and professional in journalism and media studies, currently serving as the HOD and an associate professor in the Department of Media Studies of Mahatma Gandhi Central University, Motihari. Dr. Jha brings over 2 decades of teaching experience and over 8 years of professional experience in print media. He plays professional roles, span key editorial positions at respected newspapers such as Navbharat, Swadesh, Dainik Bhaskar, Divya Himachal, and Rashtriya Sahara. In these roles, he contributed significantly to content direction, editorial quality, and news coordination, enhancing his expertise in print media. With this, I would request Dr. Jha to continue his speech.
आदरणीय मंच, मेरे प्रिय साथियों, लगभग 1.5 दिन हो गए और हम एआई के बारे में ढेर सारी बातें कह रहे हैं। मुझे लगता है कि काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें जो हैं वो रिपीटेशन भी हो गई हैं। बार बार डीप फेक की बात की जाती है, पहले फेक उसके बाद डीप फेक। तो जब फेक चीज़ें चल रही थी तो सरकार ने और किसी संगठन ने तो इसे रोका नहीं, और जब अब डीप फेक की बात आ गई तो अब डीप फेक को लेकर बहुत ही ज़्यादा हल्ला मच रहा है। उसी तरीके से जैसे एक 4 लाइन की, एक पैरे की खबरें अगर अखबारों में छपती थी तो उसे सरकारें हिल जाती थी, और आज अगर कैंपेन भी अगर अखबार वाले, चैनल वाले और पॉडकास्ट वाले भी करते हैं तो सरकार के ऊपर कोई जू तक नहीं रेंगती और पब्लिक यह सोचने लगती है कि ज़रूर कोई ना कोई बात होगी। तो ये तो फेक है, और फेक की जो खबरें हैं उस खबरों को जानबूझकर फैलाई जाती है पूरी देश और दुनिया में, ताकि मीडिया की साख जो है वो गिरे। और जैसे जैसे मीडिया की साख गिरेगी, जैसे जैसे मीडिया की विश्वसनीयता पर संकट आएगा, वैसे ही एक अनार्कियल चीज़ें बनेंगी, सोसाइटी होगी। जैसे जैसे अनार्की होगी तो वायलेंस होगा, और जो कुछ ताकतें समाज को चला रही है, कुछ ताकतें जो पूंजीवादी जो ताकतें हैं वो जो देश और दुनिया को चला रही है, उन्हें उसमें कारगर हो जाएंगी। एक इंसान के पास 2 ही रास्ते हैं, या तो वो मीडिया के पास जाए या कोर्ट के पास जाए। कोर्ट में आप बहुत कुछ कर नहीं सकते क्योंकि कंटेंट पर आप कोर्ट लग जाएगा, तो रह दे के आप मीडिया के ही पास जाते हैं, रो के जाते हैं, मीडिया के पास जाते हैं, और मीडिया अगर खबर ठीक से छापती है तो आप कहते हैं कि हाँ मीडिया तो काम कर रही है। अगर किसी कारण से मीडिया नहीं छाप पाती है या उसको टेलीकास्ट या ब्रॉडकास्ट नहीं कर पाती है तो आप मीडिया पर आरोप लगा के चले आते हैं। मैं बड़ा इस बात से बहुत ज़्यादा हैरान हूँ कि ये जो डाटा है, राशन की दुकान में आप जाएं तो 2 दिन 3 दिन के अंदर, या हो सकता है 1 घंटे के अंदर ही राशन ख़त्म हो जाती है। तो राशन से कहीं सस्ती जो है सो डेटा हो गई है। और डेटा क्यों सस्ती हुई है? क्योंकि डेटा के नाम पर जो चीज़ें जो चल रही हैं, जो बाज़ार जो चल रहा है, वो चाहे कमोडिटी का चल रहा हो या पॉलिटिकल चल रहा हो या देश को तोड़ने की चीज़ें चल रही हो, सब कुछ तो डेटा के ही माध्यम से हो रहा है। तो इसलिए रिलायंस ने अगर ये डेटा को सस्ता किया तो वो कोई आपके हमारे ऊपर कोई उपकार नहीं किया, उनको अपनी मार्केटिंग चाहिए और उस मार्केटिंग में वो पूरी तरीके से सफल हो गए। और आज जो है ऐसे जियो के बिना या एयरटेल के बिना हम सर्वाइव नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, क्योंकि हमारी निर्भरता उनके ऊपर है। आप खाना खाओ चाहे नहीं खाओ, लेकिन डेटा होना चाहिए। तो ये किसने किया, और ये बहुत ही स्मार्टली किया। अब हम बात करते हैं साइबर क्राइम की, भाई पुलिस एक एफआईआर तो लॉन्च करती नहीं। जब वो एफआईआर के लिए आप जाएंगे तो कहेंगे ये वो अच्छा वो दूरी पे नहीं, ये हमारे इसमें तो नहीं आता है, आप दूसरे थाने में जाइए। जीरो टॉलरेंस की बात करते हैं, जीरो एफआईआर की बात करते हैं, ऑनलाइन की बातें करते हैं। आप कभी थाने जाके देखो क्या स्थिति बनती है। और अगर आपने ये बोला कि मैं मीडिया से हूं तो कहते ओ अच्छा आपका तो यही काम है, केवल जो है तो नेगेटिव जो है तो खबरों को फैलाना। हम तो देखिए बहुत अच्छा काम करते हैं। साइबर क्राइम के आने से पहले सरकार ने कोई प्रिकॉशन बरती नहीं बरती। अच्छा, अगर आप साइबर थाने में जाओ, जो सामान्य थाने हैं उनकी तो हालत बहुत जर्जर है, और अगर आप साइबर थाने में जाओ तो वहाँ तो आपको पता चलेगा कि नेट ही नहीं चलते, और जो कथित जो पुलिस वाले बैठे हैं वो हंसेंगे, बोले ये आपकी मोबाइल चोरी हो गई तो क्या दिक्कत है, तो आप जो है दूसरी मोबाइल क्यों नहीं ले लेते। अगर आपका बैंक से अगर कोई जो फ्रॉडिज्म हुआ है, ये तो होते ही रहता है, मेरे पास तो बहुत केस आते हैं। देखिए 2,500 केस पेंडिंग है, ठीक है ऑनलाइन आप कर दीजिए, मैं देखूंगा या देखूंगी, हो गया काम खत्म, साइबर क्राइम का काम खत्म हो गया। आपसे बार बार कहा जाता है कि पिन नंबर बदलो, पिन नंबर बदलो। क्यों बदलो पिन नंबर भाई? एवरी टाइम पिन नंबर बदलने की आपके पास मैसेज आते हैं, इसका मतलब हमारा जो साइबर सिस्टम है ये कमज़ोर ही नहीं हो गया, वो खोखला हो गया है, और हर बात पर हम केवल और केवल मीडिया को ही जो है तो ब्लेम देते हैं। अब जो डीप फेक हो गई, साइबर क्राइम की बात हो गई, अब मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि जैसे ही आप बच्चों के साथ ये कहते हैं कि बहुत ज़्यादा देश में जो क्राइम हो गया है, पॉल्यूशन बहुत हो गया है, साइबर क्राइम हो गया है, तो अच्छा एक काम करते हैं, कोर्स करिकुलम में डाल देते हैं। स्वच्छता चाहिए, क्लीननेस चाहिए, अच्छा ठीक है बच्चों के कोर्स में डाल देते हैं, तो स्वच्छता हो गई पूरी, पॉल्यूशन हो गया ख़त्म। साइबर क्राइम के जो फ्रॉड हैं, उस फ्रॉड से के जो प्रिकॉशन है, उसकी जो सावधानियां बरतने के लिए ऐसा करते हैं, कोर्स में इंट्रोड्यूस कर देते हैं, और थोड़ा बहुत कोई मसाल जुलूस निकाल देते हैं, कुछ मीडिया में खबरें छप जाएंगी, कुछ एसीपी डीसीपी टाइप के लोग आ जाएंगे और आपके पास बड़ी बड़ी बातें कर देंगे, आपका काम हो गया। और मीडिया भी उनकी खबरों को ज़्यादा छापती है, क्योंकि मीडिया को भी ज़रूरत है। तो मीडिया जब पूंजीवादी ताकतों के हाथों में चली गई है, और रिलायंस और अडानी जैसे लोग अगर मीडिया को चला रहे हैं, उसी तरीके से वहाँ पर रूपर्ट मर्डोक चला रहे हैं, एलन मस्क चला रहे हैं, तो ऐसी स्थिति में आप मीडिया के ऊपर आपका भरोसा है और नहीं भी है। वैसे जैसे पुलिस है, वो करोड़ रुपये की जब जब्ती होती है तो उसमें पता चलता है कि 3-4 करोड़ तो पुलिस कांस्टेबल ही लेके भाग गए, लेकिन फिर भी आप पुलिस के पास जाते, ढेर सारी खबरें आती रहती हैं, आप सबको पता है। उसी तरीके से मीडिया के ऊपर भी आपको है कि ये खबर पता नहीं छपेगी तो उसका इम्पैक्ट क्या होगा, लेकिन फिर भी आप जाते हैं मीडिया पर। वैसे ही जैसे सोची समझी साजिश के तहत पेपर लीक कराई जाती है और थाउजेंड्स ऑफ करोड़ ये आप जो जेनजी के जो बच्चे हैं उनका नुकसान होता है, उसके बाद भी आप कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम देना नहीं छोड़ते हैं, क्योंकि ये आपका कंपल्सन है। आप जाएं तो कहाँ जाएं? अच्छा, आप अगर अमेरिका जाएंगे तो वो जो डंकी रूट है उसकी क्या हसर हो रहा है वो सब आपको पता ही है, क्या स्थिति बन गई है। तो ये एक बड़ी जो है व्यवस्था है, और मैं समझता हूँ ये जो एआई है, ये एआई का एक्सेस जो है वो उपयोग है, वो एक्सेस उपयोग इसलिए किया गया क्योंकि बच्चे जो हैं अब हमारे आराम तलबी हो गए हैं, और टीचर तो और हो ही गए आराम तलबी। तो ऐसी स्थिति में चैट जीपीटी या कोई असाइनमेंट दे दें तो बच्चों का चैट जीपीटी से काम हो गया, टीचर का भी काम हो गया। तो इसलिए ये दोनों का पर्पस सॉल्व हो रहा है, और आप देखिए मिनटों में जो है वो जो असाइनमेंट तैयार हो रहे हैं, एक असाइनमेंट 2 असाइनमेंट तैयार हो रहे हैं। और हैंड रिटन अगर आप किसी को असाइनमेंट बच्चों को दे दें तो वो तैयार नहीं करेंगे, वो बीमार हो जाएंगे तुरंत। तो ये तो स्थिति हो गई। अच्छा, टीचरों को भी आराम हो गया है, लाइब्रेरी में किताबें खरीदी नहीं जाती है, लाइब्रेरी बच्चे जाना नहीं चाहते हैं, क्योंकि वो कहते हैं कि सब कुछ जो है एआई पर उपलब्ध है, एआई पर उपलब्ध है, और वहाँ वो बच्चे करेंगे काम नहीं। तो इसलिए जो कंस्ट्रक्टिव काम है, जो इमेजिनेशन है, जो सृजनात्मक काम है, वो पूरी तरीके से ख़त्म हो गई और एक ख़ास मैकेनिज्म के तहत हम आप काम कर रहे हैं। अब एक बात और, आप जो ट्रेन में सफ़र करते हो, फ्लाइट में सफ़र करते हो, बस में सफ़र करते हो, आप उसमें वेयर इज माई ट्रेन में जाओ, आपको ये शो होगा कि 4 नंबर प्लेटफॉर्म पर ट्रेन आ रही है। आप 4 नंबर पर पहुंच गए, पता चला कि प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 2 पर ट्रेन आ गई और चली भी गई। तो ऐसी ढेर सारी जो कमियां हैं, फिर आप इंक्वायरी में जाते हो, फिर इंक्वायरी से पूछते हो, इंक्वायरी ही आपको कन्फर्म करता है, यही है ना। वैसे ही जैसे हमारी बच्चियां बैठी हैं मैट्रिमोनियल में जाती हैं जीवनसाथी.com में, और जीवनसाथी के .com में जाने के बाद फिर जो गड़बड़ियाँ होती है ये सब आपको पता ही है। तो कुल मिला के अरेंज मैरिज या गांव से अगर आपका संबंध होता तो ये चीज़ें गड़बड़ियाँ नहीं होती। अर्थात जो ट्रेडिशनल जो चीज़ें हैं जो उनको हमने पूरी तरीके से छोड़ दिया, और जब हमने ट्रेडिशनल को छोड़ दिया तो फेसबुक के जरिए जब हम जो कि फ्रेंडशिप करते हैं तो उसमें एक्सीडेंट ज़्यादा होती है और हमारा भरोसा भी टूट रहा है। अब इंडियन नॉलेज, क्योंकि बहुत सारे ज्ञानी लोगों ने बहुत सारे ज्ञान दे दिए, इसलिए अब मेरे पास बहुत कुछ बचा नहीं बोलने के लिए बेटा, क्योंकि और वो अभी आपका कल का भी सेशन है, तो इसलिए मैं जो शायद कुछ छूट गया हो यही इन बातों को कहूँगा मैं। अब ये इंडियन जो नॉलेज सिस्टम है, हमने इस इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम को पूरी तरीके से आउटराइटली रिजेक्ट कर दिया। आज इसी का नतीजा ये है कि आज हम इस एआई के युग में हम काम कर रहे हैं, बैठे हैं, और ये जो जेनजी के जो बच्चे हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा रिलक्टेंट हैं एआई को सुनने के लिए, तभी तो इतनी कम भीड़ है। अर्थात उनके लिए ये इशू ही नहीं है। अगर उनके लिए ये इशू होता तो ये भी भरा, तो ये हॉल भी भरा रहता और इसके ऊपर भी भरा रहता, और बाहर जो है वो आपका टीवी रहता, उसमें भी लोग सुनते। एक बात तो ये हो गई। और दूसरी बात है कि अब ये एआई जो है वो अब नहीं जाएगा, क्योंकि ये आराम का मामला है। ये टीचर, स्टूडेंट, कंपनियों को बहुत ज़्यादा आराम का मामला है। यही इन्फोसिस और माइक्रोसॉफ्ट जो बड़ी बड़ी बातें करती हैं, एक ही दिन में सैकड़ों आईटी इंजीनियर को हटा दिए। कोई विरोध हुआ देश में? कोई किसी भी ट्रेड यूनियन ने विरोध किया? किसी भी मीडिया में जो खबरें आई, साफ कर दिया कि नहीं साहब हमारे पास तो जगह नहीं है। आप 1 मंथ की उनको दो, एडवांस सैलरी दो, 3 मंथ्स की दो, कुछ नहीं हुआ। कोरोना के समय में क्या हुआ? कोरोना के नाम पर ढेर सारे लोगों को नौकरी से बाहर कर दिया गया। क्यों बाहर कर दिया? क्योंकि हमें ज़रूरत नहीं है। और ऑनलाइन का जो मामला है ना कि वर्क टू होम काम करेंगे, ये वर्क टू होम से कंपनियों को बहुत ज़्यादा फ़ायदा मिलता है। एक तो उनकी ट्रांसपोर्टिंग कॉस्ट बच गई, पीएफ का झमेला खत्म हो गया, और जब चाहे तब एक मेल कर दिया कि अब आपको हमें काम की ज़रूरत नहीं है, आपको बाहर कर दिया। लेकिन क्या उनकी प्रॉफिट में कोई कमी आई है? कोई पूछे कि उनकी जो प्रॉफिट है उसमें कोई कमी आई है? और जो सीएसआर के नाम पर, जिस पर कि हम कुछ गरीबों के नाम पर हम कुछ उनको पैसे डोनेट करते हैं, सीएसआर तो इसी के लिए तो बना था ना सीएसआर, लेकिन उसका रोल क्या है और उसमें क्या पैसे जाते हैं हम सबको पता है। तो इस स्थिति में ये एक डिजास्टर लेके आया है। और अभी आपने लोगों को शायद पता होगा कि कुरुक्षेत्र के बहुत ज़्यादा नेचुरल खेती पर काम कर रहे हैं देवव्रत, और वो कई राज्यों में गवर्नर भी रहे। अभी वो जो गुजरात के गवर्नर हैं और खुद ही बैलगाड़ी से चलते हैं, बैलगाड़ी से जाते हैं, और जो नेचुरल जो खेती है, जो बस एक सेकंड बस, जो प्राकृतिक, मैंने तो हाँ मैडम का नाम नहीं लिया इसीलिए मैडम ने बोला, मैडम को नमस्ते पहले कर देना चाहिए मुझे, ताकि 2 मिनट का टाइम मुझे मिल जाए। तो जो नेचुरल जो खेती है, जो प्राकृतिक खेती है, उस पर उनका काफ़ी ज़्यादा फोकस है। तो नेचुरल खेती के साथ, जैसे एक उदाहरण के तौर पर अगर हम यूरिया की बात करें, यूरिया खेती की बात करें, तो यूरिया खेती में यूरिया को कम देंगे और नेचुरल अगर जो चीज़ें जो हम जो प्राकृतिक खेती को देंगे तो मुझे लगता है कि वो बैलेंस ज़्यादा होगा और खेत जो है वो बंजर नहीं होगा। अभी उल्टा हो रहा है, यूरिया हम 99.9% देते हैं और किसी के कहने पर हम नेचुरल जो खेती होती है गोबर वगैरह का वो हम देते हैं। वैसे ही ये एआई का मामला है। एआई को हम 1% अगर यूज़ करें और 99% अगर हम इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम पर चलेंगे या गुरुकुल परंपरा पर चलेंगे तो मुझे लगता है कि ये एक जो डिजास्टर जो पूरी दुनिया में होने वाली है, हो रही है, इससे हमें बहुत कुछ जो है वो नियंत्रण पाने में सुविधा होगी। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Dr. Jha. We would now request Akshay Kumar Nayak, OPS ACP, Cybercrime Unit, Odisha Police, to continue with his session.
गुड मॉर्निंग। कहाँ से आए हैं आप लोग? कहाँ थे अभी तक? चलिए, गुड मॉर्निंग। अभी तक सुनाई नहीं दिया गुड मॉर्निंग, अभी भी सुनाई नहीं दिया। अरे निरंजन सर तो बोल लिए ना, यू आर द मास, यू आर द यंगर मास। ठीक है, आपको तो ही लेना है। गुड मॉर्निंग, वेरी गुड, एक्सलेंट। इनके तरह ही बोलना है, गुड मॉर्निंग, एक्सलेंट। आई हैव 2 questions, only 2 questions, right? Are you smart? That means you are duffer. Are you smart? आपको भी पूछ रहे हैं सर जी। Are you smart? जोर से आना चाहिए। Are you smart? पॉज लेके बोल रहे हैं, ठीक है चलो। Are you cyber smart? हाँ, अभी तक आ गया ना। चलिए, और एक क्वेश्चन था, आर यू सेफ? नो। अरे आराम से बैठे हैं, एसी रूम में बैठे हैं, और कितना सेफ चाहिए? ठीक है, एक जोरदार क्लैपिंग होगा बोलने के बाद। किन के लिए? इंडियन आर्मी, इंडियन एयरफोर्स, इंडियन नेवी के लिए जोरदार। वो खड़े हैं इसीलिए हम बैठे हैं। सो आई वेलिंग गूज बम्स। वो खड़े हैं इसीलिए हम यहाँ पर आराम से बैठे हैं।
So, sir, one clap for police department as well.
Yeah.
They are also protecting us.
Thank you. Really, it's a very dynamic session. निरंजन सर तो बहुत बढ़िया, एक्सीलेंट। मैंने आपको पूरा सुन रहा था सर। और मनीष सर, बहुत बढ़िया पॉइंट, ही हैज़ रेज्ड वेरी गुड पॉइंट। आप लोग चैटिंग के लिए क्या क्या यूज कर रहे हैं? चैटिंग के लिए, हाँ, चैटिंग के लिए क्या यूज कर रहे हैं? व्हाट्सएप? हाँ, बता दीजिए। चलिए, इंस्टाग्राम किसके पास नहीं है? इंस्टाग्राम कौन यूज नहीं कर रहे हैं? कहाँ थे आप? कितने तेजस्वी लोग यहाँ पर हैं जो इंस्टाग्राम नहीं यूज कर रहे हैं? स्ट्रेंज। अरे उनके लिए क्लैपिंग हो जाए यार। सर अभी भी बिजी हैं, व्हाट्सएप में बिजी हैं सर। सर जी आप बिजी हैं व्हाट्सएप में सर, राइट? इट्स ओके। आप जानते हैं व्हाट्सएप क्या क्या डेटा लेता है? जानते हैं? कभी देखे हैं? अभी देख रहा था। जस्ट लिसन। स्ट्रेंज, क्या क्या डेटा ले रहा है भैया। फाइनेंशियल इंफॉर्मेशन, ऑल द फाइनेंशियल इंफॉर्मेशन, ऑल द पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन, लोकेशन, एप्लीकेशन एक्टिविटीज, कॉन्टैक्ट्स, डेटा कलेक्टेड एंड फॉर व्हाट पर्पस बताते नहीं हैं, सब कुछ ले जाते हैं। एवरीथिंग यू आर गिविंग ऑल दी डेटा। ब्रिज कब हुआ? अभी पता चला। 3.5 बिलियन। कैन यू जस्ट इमेजिन? यू हैव गिवन द डेटा, लेकिन आप जोर जोर के चिल्ला के बोल रहे हैं क्या? मेरा डेटा ब्रीच हो गया है। I have the data breach. They have taken all this data. You have given the data. You have given the permission. फेसबुक कौन कौन चलाते हैं यहाँ पर? फेसबुक? आप तो बुढ़े हो गए हैं यार। क्योंकि यंगर जनरेशन बोलते हैं ना हम इंस्टा में चलाते हैं, राइट? व्हाट्सएप में डीपी क्यों लगाते हैं? व्हाट्सएप में स्टाटस क्यों डालते हैं? जानते हैं? इज देयर एनी आइडिया? वेयर पोस्टिंग? व्हाट्सएप में स्टाटस कौन डालते हैं? प्लीज रेज योर हैंड। व्हाट्सएप में स्टाटस अपना फोटो कौन डालते हैं? क्यों डालते हैं? जानते हैं? वो देखेगी। वो देखेगा। बैठे हैं आप दोनों ही बैठे हैं, आप एक फ़ोटो लगाएं, सर एक फ़ोटो लगाएं। आप लिख रहे हैं सर जी यू आर लुकिंग ग्रेट, सर जी बोल रहे हैं थैंक्स, सर जी लिख रहे हैं वाओ लुकिंग ग्रेट, ये लिख रहे हैं थैंक्स, लेकिन आपस में आप बात नहीं कर रहे हैं भाई तो आज बहुत बढ़िया लग रहा है। नो, बिकॉज वी नीड सोशल मीडिया रिकॉग्निशन, सोशल मीडिया अप्रिसिएशन। इसीलिए तो ऑनरेबल पीएम बहुत बढ़िया बातचीत किए हैं। व्हाट इज दैट? कौन बता सकते हैं? इज देयर एनी टर्म? द टर्म इज कॉल्ड एज डिजिटल डिटॉक्स। नाउ इट इज बीन चेंज्ड, डोपामाइन डिटॉक्स। डोपामाइन क्या है पता है आपको? हैप्पी वाला हार्मोन नहीं। सो इसीलिए डोपामाइन डिटॉक्स इज नेसेसरी, इज द नीड ऑफ द आवर। आईफोन कितने के पास आईफोन है? चलिए यार कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेग पुलिंग नहीं करेंगे। आईफोन कितने के पास है? आईफोन जितने के पास है ना वो समझते हैं पुष्पा झुकेगा नहीं, ऐसे बोलते हैं नहीं हम आईफोन यूज़ कर रहे हैं। आईफोन का एक कंसेप्ट आया था सेल्फ वाला मिरर, सेल्फ मिरर नहीं, ऐसे करके फ़ोटो खींचते हैं ना, आप लोग किए हैं कि नहीं? आईफोन वाले किए होंगे। इतना फेस गंदा है इसीलिए आईफोन का फोटो लगा रहे हैं। इज देयर एनी चांस आईफोन ब्रीच हो सकता है क्या? इज देयर एनी आइडिया? हो सकता है? एक एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ, बहुत बढ़िया एग्जांपल। मेरा सेशन थोड़ा सा लंबा था, मैं जब भी अवेयरनेस सेशन जाता हूँ मेरा सेशन 3 घंटे का रहता है। कितना सेशन? 3 आवर्स का। अभी लेकिन मेरा सेशन 5 मिनट्स का है, चलो आई विल एडजस्ट। सो माई पॉइंट इज दैट, वेरी क्लियर पॉइंट। नाउ लेडी कपल अप्रोच द साइबर क्राइम पुलिस स्टेशन, दिस इज द रिसेंट स्टोरी। क्या हुआ है सेशन में? क्या हुआ है? लेडी डॉक्टर्स, सर 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 मेरा व्हाट्सएप अकाउंट हैक हो गया है। मैम बताइए क्या व्हाट्सएप अकाउंट हैक हो गया है? सो यू आर यूजिंग? नहीं, आई एम यूजिंग द आईफोन पूरा लाटेस्ट वाला, लेकिन व्हाट्सएप अकाउंट हैक। इज देयर एनी चांस? व्हाट्सएप अकाउंट कैसे हैक होगा? इज देयर एनी आइडिया? बता सकते हैं व्हाट्सएप अकाउंट हैक हो सकता है कि नहीं? कैसे? थर्ड पार्टी एप्लीकेशन, दैट मीन्स .apk वाला साइड लोडिंग एप्लीकेशन। वेरी गुड, अरे उनके लिए क्लैपिंग भी हो जाए। इज देयर एनी अदर मेथड? कोई बता सकते हैं? एनी अदर मेथड बताइए, इट्स अ फ्री सेशन यार। हाँ, एपीके फाइल तो हो गया, और कोई बता सकते हैं? इज देयर एनी अदर मेथड? कैसे फ्रॉस्टर कैसे डेटा आपका लेते हैं, कैसे जानते हैं? अभी फ़ोन करके मांगते नहीं हैं, हेलो हाँ बैंक से बोल रहे हैं, ओटीपी गया होगा, ओटीपी दे दीजिए। वो कंसेप्ट ऑब्सोलीट हो गया, इसलिए जामतारा इज नाउ ऑब्सोलीट। अभी साइबर क्रिमिनल जामतारा में बैठे नहीं हैं, साइबर क्रिमिनल्स हर जगह पर अभी हैं। चलिए, कितने सारे लोग आप फेक प्रोफाइल बनाए हैं? हाथ खड़ा कर देंगे। मेरा तो 5 प्रोफाइल है फेक प्रोफाइल। फेक प्रोफाइल कितने लोग फेक प्रोफाइल बनाए हैं? फेक प्रोफाइल बनाए ना? Yeah, you will be punishable under section 66C and 66D of the IT Act. Just listen. You will be punishable as per section 66 and 66D of the IT Act, only punishable for 3 years. You will be punishable under section 336 clause 2 and 336 clause 4 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Punishment is 3 years. पता नहीं है? हाँ, 5 बनाए हैं मैंने। अरे आपको लिए हाथ खड़ा करने के लिए झूठ बोला था यार। पता नहीं है। इग्नोरेंस ऑफ लॉ इन इंडिया इज नॉट एक्सक्यूजेबल माय डियर। अंदर तो पक्का जाओगे, इसीलिए ये सेशन में बताते हैं, ये होना चाहिए सेशन, राइट? सो माय पॉइंट इज दैट, मैंने आपको बोल रहा था ना लेडी डॉक्टर के साथ क्या हुआ था, कैसा हुआ था। देखिए, हेलो मैम, हम ब्लू डॉट कुरियर से बोल रहे हैं, आपका एक पार्सल था। नहीं नहीं, मेरा कोई पार्सल नहीं था। नहीं, आपको तो पार्सल शो कर रहा है मैम, पार्सल तो है मैम। नहीं नहीं, पार्सल नहीं था। ठीक है मैम, वो पार्सल कैंसिल करवा लेते हैं। उसके बाद क्या होगा बताइए? ओटीपी ना, यही तो पॉइंट। मैम जी ओटीपी भी नहीं मांग रहे हैं। क्या बोला? ओटीपी भी नहीं मांग रहे हैं। देन नेक्स्ट क्या बोला होगा? लिंक भी नहीं है, बिकॉज आईफोन में लिंक भी काम नहीं करेगा, बिकॉज सफारी इज वेरी क्लेवर। क्या हुआ होगा, जस्ट इमेजिन। मैम जी एक प्रॉब्लम है। क्या प्रॉब्लम है भैया? जो डिलीवरी बॉय है ना वो बाहर ही खड़ा है, गेट के बाहर खड़ा है, पार्सल लेके खड़ा है मैम, ज़रा सा फ़ोन करके मना कर दीजिए ना प्लीज़। हाँ ठीक है, फ़ोन नंबर भेजो। मैम प्लीज़ नोट डाउन द नंबर, *21 नंबर हैश, ख़त्म। *21 नंबर हैश, डायल, हेलो 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 हेलो, व्हाट्सएप अकाउंट गोल, पेशा गोल, SMS फॉरवर्डिंग, कॉल फॉरवर्डिंग एक्टिवेटेड, ऑल दीज थिंग्स, दौड़ के साइबर क्राइम पुलिस स्टेशन, बचा लीजिए। जस्ट इमेजिन, आईफोन पकड़ने से स्मार्ट नहीं बनते हैं, यू हैव टू बी साइबर स्मार्ट, दैट इज द कंसेप्ट। इसीलिए तो सर ने बोला ना, बहुत बढ़िया आप चीज़ बोले हैं, लेकिन थोड़ा सा आपका प्रेजेंटेशन थोड़ा सा अलग तरीके से था। बी साइबर स्मार्ट। देखिए स्मार्ट गैजेट्स आपको चाहिए ही चाहिए, यू हैव टू यूज द स्मार्ट गैजेट्स, बट यू हैव टू बी स्मार्ट। concept is very clear. Now concept is nano banana. Nano banana concept पता है आपको? जेमिनाई वाला, रेड साड़ी, वाइट वाला फ्लावर नहीं है? किस किस लोगों ने किया है? प्लीज रेज योर हैंड। बहुत बढ़िया, ग्रेट ग्रेट ग्रेट। उनका टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन, हैव यू सीन द टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन? मैं बता दे रहा हूँ, आप जा रहे हैं, बाहर जा रहे हैं घूमने के लिए, होर्डिंग में आपका फोटो लगा है, ये तेल लगाइए और लंबे लंबे घने बाल होंगे, आपका फोटो ही है वहाँ पर साड़ी में। जस्ट इमेजिन, बिकॉज यू हैव गिवन द परमिशन टू दिस जेमिनाई टू यूज माई फोटोज, इसीलिए तो जेमिनाई हैज द फीचर। पता नहीं है आपको फीचर्स, जेमिनाई है, खोल के आप डिलीट कर सकते हैं उनका पूरा कंप्लीटली, दे हैव ए वेरी गुड फीचर। और एक कंसेप्ट है, जेमिनाई है ना, खोल लीजिए ना जेमिनाई, थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिकल तो कर लीजिए यार। आप जेमिनाई यूज़ नहीं करते हैं? हाँ उसमें ही है जेमिनाई, जस्ट ओपन द जेमिनाई। मेरा सेशन थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिकल है, मैं थ्योरी बताता नहीं हूँ। जेमिनाई वाले में जस्ट गो टू द सेटिंग्स, जेमिनाई वाले सेटिंग्स में आगे जेमिनाई पर या बहुत बढ़िया फीचर्स आ रहे हैं, इसलिए बहुत बढ़िया लगा। हाँ नहीं जेमिनाई नहीं, जेमिनाई ठीक है ना। आप जेमिनाई, उसमें लिखा है जेमिनाइज आप एक्टिविटी। देखिए जेमिनाई, जेमिनाई का सेटिंग से राइट साइड आपका नाम लिखा होगा, वहाँ पर सेटिंग से वहाँ पर लिखा है जेमिनाई आप एक्टिविटी। नाउ यू हैव टू टर्न इट ऑफ, यू हैव टू टर्न इट ऑफ, ऑफ किए हैं, एंड यू हैव टू डिलीट ऑल दिस एक्टिविटी। हैव यू डन इट? नहीं है? थोड़ा सा मुझे माइक डिलीट कर लिए जेमिनाई में। बहुत बढ़िया, ग्रेट। देखिए जेमिनाई में जेमिनाइज ऑफ एक्टिविटी है। हाँ या ऑफ कर लीजिए प्लीज यार, वेरी गुड, एक्सीलेंट, बहुत बढ़िया बहुत बढ़िया, ऑफ कर लीजिए प्लीज। इस जेमिनाई एक्टिविटी है ना, ऑफ है ना, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत एक्सीलेंट, आप तो बहुत स्मार्ट है। ये वाला सर एप्लीकेशन जेमिनाई ऑफ एक्टिविटी, जेमिनाई ऑफ एक्टिविटी, ये वाला हाँ, इसको आपको ऑफ करना है। हाँ ऑफ कर लीजिए प्लीज, ऑफ, टर्न इट ऑफ। माई पॉइंट इज दैट इज वेरी क्लियर। जेमिनाई, जेमिनाई कोठी अच्छी आपनकर नहीं थाऊ, नहीं जदि थाऊ किसी असुविधा नहीं। हाँ डिलीट कर दियो भाई। जेमिनाई, जेमिनाई ऑफ एक्टिविटी, देन टर्न इट ऑफ। नेट टिके स्लो अच्छे चलो टर्न इट ऑन जोड़ा अच्छे सेटा कंप्लीटली ऑफ करियो ये बाप रे इतनी फोटो रखीच ये बाबा कितने बड़ धन्य ये ऑफ अच्छे ऑफ कर दियो से ड्रॉप डाउन अच्छी ना हाँ पूरा कंप्लीटली टर्न ऑफ एंड डिलीट ऑल द एक्टिविटी इट्स एक्सीलेंट वन सो नाउ माय पॉइंट इज दैट how the WhatsApp account was hacked by the hackers कैसे हुआ पता है आपको इट्स अ वेरी इजी ट्रिक अभी कल वी हैव रिसीव्ड वन कंप्लेंट आईफोन वाला WhatsApp account has been hacked just activate all these things just go to the WhatsApp बहुत बढ़िया फीचर है दोनों फीचर बता देते हैं आपको just go to the WhatsApp sir just go to the WhatsApp is very important is very required for you because you are using WhatsApp आ रहा था ही कौन यूज कर रहे हैं हाँ जनरेट द पासकोड मैम इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सो देन गो टू द सेटिंग्स इन द WhatsApp प्लीज देन गो टू द सेटिंग्स इन द WhatsApp सर नहीं है आपका WhatsApp नहीं है चलाते हैं कर लीजिए सर उसके बाद अकाउंट में चले जाइए देन गो टू द अकाउंट देन गो टू द सिक्योरिटी नोटिफिकेशन then enable it activate it very good sir it's an excellent feature yeah activate it fast वाला activate कर लिए settings में जाइए yeah activate it so security notification you have to activate the same हो गया activate कर लीजिए ना yeah excellent very good then थोड़ा सा बैक जाइए देन गो टू टू स्टेप वेरिफिकेशन आपका हुआ है जिनका नीचे लिखा गया है टर्न ऑन जस्ट टर्न इट ऑन ठीक है 1 मिनट में आपका WhatsApp अकाउंट हैक हो जाएगा सो यू हैव टू एक्टिवेट इट टर्न ऑन जिसका लिखा गया है नीचे वाला टर्न ऑन है ना उसको टर्न ऑन कर दीजिए प्लीज एक्टिवेट इट आपका है टर्न ऑफ है जो टर्न ऑफ है उनका एक्टिवेट है ऑलरेडी इट हैज बीन एक्टिवेटेड नो टर्न ऑफ इज एक्टिवेटेड ऑलरेडी जिनका नीचे टर्न ऑन है जस्ट एक्टिवेट बाय गिविंग द 6 डिजिट पासकोड हाँ ये तो हो गया है जस्ट गो टू द नेक्स्ट अकाउंट एक्टिवेट कर लीजिए ना अकाउंट टू स्टेप वेरिफिकेशन हाँ 2 स्टेप वेरिफिकेशन हो गया बहुत बढ़िया ग्रेट हाँ दे दीजिए ना ईमेल आईडी दे दीजिए प्लीज गिव द ईमेल आईडी हाँ यार टर्न ऑफ मीन्स इट हैज ऑलरेडी बीन एक्टिवेटेड पासवर्ड दे दीजिए ना थोड़ा सा यू हैव टू सेट द पासवर्ड हाँ सेव इट देन ऐड ईमेल डेफिनेटली यू हैव टू गिव द ईमेल आईडी दैट इज द बेस्ट ऑप्शन এটা କିଏ କରିବ 2 स्टेप वेरिफिकेशन कर दियो तो ना करना आते 6 डिजिट हो गया आपका ईमेल आईडी दे दिए एक्टिवेट हो गया खत्म अभी जस्ट लॉग आउट कर लीजिए ना उसके बाद आपको क्या मांगेगा WhatsApp विल आस्क द सेम पासकोड जस्ट गिव ना या देन नेक्स्ट नाउ WhatsApp हैज आस्क्ड द passcode and that 6 digit passcodes hacker wants ଆଉ ଥରେ ଦଉନାହାନ୍ତି ଛାଡ଼ି ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ନା ଇମେଲ୍ ଆଇଡ଼ି ଗଲା ସ୍କିପ୍ କରିଦେବା କ'ଣ ଅସୁବିଧା ଅଛି ହେଇଗଲା ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ସେ 6 digit passcode ପୁଣି ମାଗିଲା ସେଇଟା ହେଇଗଲା ହଁ ଆଡ୍ କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ଆଡ୍ ଇମେଲ୍ ଆଇଡ଼ି yes so now my point is that I have to close the session just wait so my point is that you have to be secure enough you have to be smart enough ये वाला तो सेटिंग्स जरूर करके जाएंगे जस्ट गो टू द प्रिवेसी ये वाला तो सेटिंग्स 100% करेंगे बिकॉज हैकर्स आर यूजिंग द सेम फीचर्स चलिए गो टू द सेटिंग्स एंड गो टू द प्रिवेसी ये वाला तो आपको जरूर करना चाहिए गो टू द सेटिंग्स एंड गो टू द प्रिवेसी दैट मीन्स प्राइवेसी हो गया प्राइवेसी वाला में क्लिक कीजिए ना गो टू द सेटिंग्स में फिर से सेटिंग्स जाइए देन गो टू द प्राइवेसी देन गो टू द एडवांस फीचर नीचे वाला एडवांस फीचर है एडवांस फीचर सो एडवांस्ड लिखा गया ना एडवांस, नीचे नीचे एडवांस। एक्टिवेट 3, तीनों को एक्टिवेट कर लीजिए प्लीज, तीनों को एक्टिवेट कर लीजिए। माय पॉइंट इज दैट 2 स्टेप वेरिफिकेशन यानी व्हाट्सएप अकाउंट कभी भी हैक नहीं होगा। एडवांस फीचर में तीनों एक्टिवेट कर लेंगे तो hackers will not capture your IP address, not at all, the IP address and location। हो गया आपका सबका एडवांस क्लिक हो गया तीनों, ग्रेट। सो नाउ माय पॉइंट इज दैट whether मेसो कोई मेसो एप्लीकेशन यूज करते हैं? मेसो वाला एप्लीकेशन खत्म, जस्ट फिनिश। कितना डेटा लेता है जानते हैं? अभी तो डेटा का बात ही कर रहे हैं। सर जी ने बहुत बढ़िया किया, डेटा इज द न्यू फ्यूल। डेटा ही लेते हैं भैया। गवर्नमेंट इतने सारे फीचर्स बनाए हैं सर, गवर्नमेंट ने बहुत सारे फीचर्स बनाए हैं। मोबाइल गुम हो जाए तो द वेरी गुड पोर्टल इज CEIR पोर्टल, संचार साथी, एक्सीलेंट पोर्टल हैज गिवन। हम बताते रहते हैं गवर्नमेंट ने क्या क्या इनिशिएटिव लिए हैं, हमको पता चलना चाहिए। संचार साथी स्ट्रॉन्ग मॉड्यूल, कितना बढ़िया मॉड्यूल है। चलिए और एक तो एप्लीकेशन, जितने भी सारे एंड्रॉइड यूजर्स हैं दोनों एप्लीकेशन तो जरूर बताएंगे। फास्ट वाला एप्लीकेशन है M कवच 2, M कवच 2 नोट डाउन कर दीजिए, बाद में कर दीजिएगा, टाइम नहीं है। M कवच 2 दोनों एप्लीकेशन बताएंगे, M कवच 2। देन सेकंड वाला एप्लीकेशन eScan Certain But Removal, eScan Certain But Removal, ये लगा देंगे भैया थोड़ा सा नीचे, पूरा लास्ट वाला स्लाइड में है। हाँ लगा देते हैं, लास्ट वाला स्लाइड में है, लगा दीजिए। दोनों एप्लीकेशन तो पक्का, तीनों एप्लीकेशन। संचार साथी एक्सीलेंट एप्लीकेशन, मैम आपको भी करना चाहिए। इतना बढ़िया एप्लीकेशन, इतना बढ़िया एप्लीकेशन। गवर्नमेंट बहुत चीज किए हैं यार, आप लोगों को पता नहीं है गवर्नमेंट क्या क्या किए हैं। दिक्कत ऐसा ही है, मान लीजिए कोई अननोन नंबर से आपको बहुत सारा मैसेजेस आ रहे हैं व्हाट्सएप पे, क्या करेंगे? हाँ डिलीट, ब्लॉक, 0 मार्क। लगेछ ने मु कर दउछ ना, मु जानिछ ना कोटा अछि। 0 मार्क, 0 मार्क। You have to preserve the evidence, take the screenshots, you have to take the screenshots। लास्ट वाला एप्लीकेशन, दोनों ही एप्लीकेशन है, मैं बता दे रहा हूं। दे दीजिए इसको। सो क्या करेंगे? यू हैव टू टेक द स्क्रीनशॉट्स, देन रिपोर्ट एंड ब्लॉक, देन गो टू चक्षु पोर्टल, एक्सीलेंट पोर्टल डेवलप्ड बाय द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया। पता ही नहीं है चक्षु पोर्टल क्या है, इसीलिए तो आपको बताना चाहिए। चक्षु पोर्टल संचार साथी का एक मॉड्यूल है, चक्षु पोर्टल। ये दोनों एप्लीकेशन ये तो पक्का करना चाहिए आपको इंस्टॉल। यह है eScan Certain But Removal, देन M कवच 2। यह हम नहीं बोल रहे हैं, गवर्नमेंट बोल रहा है। www.cyberswachhtakendra.gov.in, इंडियन गवर्नमेंट, बहुत बढ़िया। जितने भी सारे एंड्रॉइड यूजर्स, एपीके फाइल विल बी डिटेक्टेड, malicious एपीके फाइल, थ्रेड्स विल बी डिटेक्टेड इन द eScan Certain But Removal। इतना बढ़िया एप्लीकेशन, इट्स अ ग्रेट एप्लीकेशन। एंड देन द M कवच 2, बढ़िया एप्लीकेशन। और नीचे वाला सेगमेंट ड्रप, संचार साथी एप्लीकेशन। कितने सिम है मार्केट में आपके नाम पर? 5 सिम होंगे मैम, 6 सिम होंगे, 7 सिम होंगे, कैसा पता चलेगा? संचार साथी इज द बेस्ट मॉड्यूल, सब प्ले स्टोर से डाउनलोड करना पड़ेगा। संचार साथी कैन बी डाउनलोडेड बाय द आई स्टोर ऑल्सो, एप्पल वाले कर सकते हैं। संचार साथी बहुत बढ़िया मॉड्यूल है ये। हाँ गुम गया था ना, इसीलिए ये ब्राइट एग्जाम्पल है CEIR पोर्टल से कैसे उनको मोबाइल फोन उनको मिला। देन और एक तो चीज है, हाँ इसीलिए तो बोल रहे हैं ना, मैसेज भी आ रहा है ना। और एक तो पोर्टल है, नेक्स्ट वाला नहीं, ये वाला पोर्टल, संचार साथी वाला पोर्टल, ये तो बहुत बढ़िया है। नहीं संचार साथी था, हाँ, ये वाला, ये चक्षु पोर्टल है, ये बता दे रहे हैं संचार साथी, एक्सलेंट वन, बहुत सारे मॉड्यूल है, चक्षु इज द वेरी गुड मॉडल, वेरी गुड, एक्सलेंट वन, जितने सारे चक्षु, ब्लॉक योर लास्ट और स्टोलन मोबाइल हैंडसेट, CIR पोर्टल, एंड लास्ट वाला ट्रस्टेड कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स, एक्सलेंट, अभी नया वाला है, इज अ वेरी वेरी गुड फीचर, बहुत बढ़िया है। मान लीजिए व्हाट्सएप में आपको स्टाटस डाल रहे हैं, कोई लिख रहा है, स्टाटस क्या लिख रहा है, वाओ यू आर लुकिंग गॉर्जियस, यू आर फीलिंग सो मच, राइट, वाओ यू आर लुकिंग ऑसम, बहुत बढ़िया लग रहा है ना, यू आर लुकिंग प्रेटी, यू आर लुकिंग ब्यूटीफुल, बहुत बढ़िया लग रहा है, यू आर लुकिंग सेक्सी, यू आर लुकिंग हॉट, जस्ट वन स्क्रीनशॉट खत्म, बिकॉज सेक्सी एंड हॉट आर sexually colored remarks and punishment is 3 years, cognizable, non-bailable, 75 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Just imagine, पता नहीं है, transmitting and publishing of obscene content, आप तो इंस्टा में इतना सारा गंदा लिखते हैं, बाप रे बाप, पढ़ नहीं पाएंगे। In India sexting is not legalized, dear, in India sexting is not legalized. Transmitting and publishing of any obscene content, 67 AIT Act, only 5 years of imprisonment, खत्म, पता नहीं है, बताते हैं, यहाँ पर हम जानते नहीं हैं, बता नहीं सकते, you have to know. Yesterday I have registered 2 number of cases related to AI generated videos, उनको पता नहीं है, लगा लेते हैं, so it's very difficult. You have to control करना, it's next to impossible. In this world you are using ChatGPT, आप लोग तो यूज कर रहे हैं ना, Grok, Gemini, Copilot, Perplexity, कितने सारे एप्लीकेशंस, कितने सारे, अच्छा वाला एप्लीकेशन है ना, लेकिन वो जो गिगली पिबली वाला आया था ना, किए कोई है, कोई किए हैं, नहीं किए हैं, गिगली किए थे, ग्रेट सर, वो तो फोटो तो ले गया, सब कुछ ले गया सर, टेस्ट करने के लिए नहीं, डेंजर, डोंट टेस्ट इट। बहुत सारे एप्लीकेशन इंडियन गवर्नमेंट हैज गिवन, बहुत सारे किए हैं, पता ही नहीं है आप लोग को। इन द फाइनेंशियल वर्ल्ड दे आर टेकिंग सो मच, अभी तो आ गया, जितने सारे बैंक है बता सकते हैं, कोई भी बता सकते हैं, व्हाट इज द डोमेन नेम बैंक का, .bank.in, वेरी गुड, क्लैपिंग हो जाए मैम के लिए। बहुत सारे फीचर्स हैं, बनाए हैं, गवर्नमेंट बनाए हैं, सो थैंक्स अ लॉट, आई विल नॉट टेक a single minute, ma'am. Thank you, thanks a lot, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Akshay Kumar Nayak, ACP sir, for your encouraging and very practical based informations. I hope the aspirants and the students sitting in the audience have now understood what is the resultant effect of misusing social media. We are not educating ourselves, but we are calling ourselves smart because we have a smartphone. We have come to the end of the session, and I now would request our very dear chairperson, Professor K.V. Nagraj, to conclude with his enriching speech.
Well, the final formality of summing up what has been given to you. Mr. Niranjan Pari made an excellent presentation. He talked about the ethical prescriptions, particularly when he said ethical prescriptions are only for small people, not for the big fish. I think it appealed to me because in this world, there is always a divide. not only a digital divide, it is a real divide between, people, those who live in fashionable quarters and those who live in slums. People live in 21st century and there are people who still live in 18th century, the ghettos, the slums. So, whether the new technology has brought in any change in the lifestyles of the people, making the lives of the people very comfortable. I always quote Gandhi because, the poorest of the poor should get what is due to him. In fact, I always tell people there is a beautiful Kannada movie. I don't know how many of you have seen it, Tabarana Kate, the story of Tabara, a man who could not get his pension for years together, and ultimately when he got his pension, that was also taken away for Independence Day Chanda. So, the last word of the movie, I was watching it with my uncle who was a newspaper editor. He was not given anything. He had to go back. He lost his wife because of this kind of discrimination. And the movie ends with a Kannada saying, but in English, don't mistake me if I use it. The movie ends with the word bastards. My uncle, who was a Gandhian, a socialist, he jumped out of his chair because both of us were watching it on television. It was Charu Hassan who was acting as Tabara. And so when Mr. Niranjan told me, I remembered it. And he made a wonderful statistical presentation. I have no issues to disbelieve whatever he has presented because he has sourced them from authentic, I can say it is an authentic attribution. But I remember here, what Benjamin Disraeli says. Whenever the government gives me statistics, I always take it with a pinch of salt. Benjamin Disraeli said, there are 3 types of lies in the world: lies, damned lies, and lastly statistics. So, and both Manish Kumar Pandey ji and Niranjan ji gave lots of information about the measures for, how to save ourselves from cyber crimes. As I have already told, I don't know why people are becoming cyber criminals, and I think all the speakers have pointed out it is the attraction of easy money. On one side you see the paradox of this world, people are struggling to save their earnings. On the other side, within seconds, someone is taking away that money. And this world is full of paradoxes only. And Sri Manish Kumar Pandey ji talked about, how we are poor in data protection, and even Niranjan ji has also pointed out, the measures to be taken. And like WikiLeaks, they have spoken about data leaks, and the power of social media platforms, and how cyber security is to be adopted. And Professor Anjan Kumar Jha has spoken about what is happening in the public sphere and how people are exposed to all these mischievous efforts of some people. And ultimately, Sri Akshay Kumar Nayak ji talked about the practical aspect of how cyber security measures can be adopted. And it was quite practical and interesting. And all the speakers made a wonderful presentation. If I want to use their own language, it was awesome and amazing. It was a delightful presentation. So I thank them on behalf of the organizers, and as the panel chairperson, I congratulate them for their wonderful exposition. And at the end, I have certain things to say to continue my previous presentation. I have certain issues. We have talked about democracy. I was talking about mediocrity. Democracy taken over by media. Now, I think we are moving towards datacracy. Datacracy, I think it is going to take over the whole world, and that is what I am worried of. And one more point is, I am worried about the language, the techno-lingo, to use your own words. It is taking over, and the language of the people is changing. And of course, the major impact is in English, but the problem is even the regional languages are being affected. So that is what I believe. And we must understand, when we talk about ethics, there is something called as culture-specific ethics. It varies from one country to another, one region to another. When I was in Norway teaching, I found certain things in Norwegian houses which normally we do not prefer. We consider it as obscene. And for them, it is so common. My host took me to his bedroom, and the moment I entered, I found it, abhorring, in the sense, of course, later, this culture shock I could absorb because of my repeated visits. But I tell you, morality is also culture specific. Ethicality is culture specific. And I believe there is a difference between legality and morality. What legality cannot do, morality can do. And this is where I believe there is a strong community initiative to be taken. It is not because the government can do it or media can do it. And this is what I talk of. And the last point I would like to mention is, technology and individual status are related today. If you own a gadget, your status will increase. So, I am really troubled by the fact that whenever a new version of iPhone is introduced, people stand in front of the shops from morning to evening. And, I have even heard about, young people committing suicide because they have not been given access to these gadgets. So this is something which we will have to understand, and there is a talk of what is called as democratic censorship of digital contents. you know, yeah, democratic control. The question is, it appears to be a little bit abstract, and whether it is possible for us to practice it, because these days, you know, the governments are trying to initiate measures to control the digital platforms. I know, very difficult, but you know, they are talking of it. And you know, when I was in China, I saw how the government was trying to, you know, jam certain platforms. So, you know, technology keeps on changing.
Sir, they are adopting great firewall mechanism, but in India it's very difficult. Because they are single case. Yeah, they are single star. So interrupting, sir. Shreya Singhal case is the landmark judgment. Shreya Singhal versus Union of India, 24th of March 2015. Freedom of speech and expression. It's an excellent, it's a marvelous judgment. But that does not mean at any time you can post anything about any person. So that is the point. So Article 19 don't say about like this. Yes, it guarantees you the freedom of speech and expression, but not in this manner. Nowadays, students, nowadays youth mass are posting so many vulgars, so many defamatory contents, so many demeaning content. Horrible, sir. That is really a concern, sir. Yeah. So you're excellent, sir. Excellent, sir. Okay. You have given the very good suggestion, sir.
Thank you. The talk of social control of digital media, I do not know, as you have already pointed out, how far it is possible. Ultimately, my concern is that today, truth is a manufactured commodity. Truth is manufactured, and it is sold in the market. And, you know, and that truth is beautifully packaged. So, the $1 billion or zillion dollar question is how to encounter these issues, you know, the way they will help the common man. My problem is always, you know, it's goes along with the common, the poor folks. So, we had a wonderful panel session. Once again, thanking the panel members, and also I should not forget our moderator. I thank her also. Thank you very much for listening to us. Namaskar. Okay. The moderator says that we can take some questions. If there are questions, I think she will manage it. You please. Okay. Let us see how fast we can manage them. Okay. Okay.
Since we are running out of time, yet keeping in mind the interesting discussions of the sessions, we can take only one question. So the faster the better. One question. Please the microphone to him. There is one question.
Yeah, I have one question. I will combine because Madam told. Yeah, my name is Shivashankar. I am from Bangalore. Bangalore also, I asked the police department when I lost 2 mobiles. What sir told, same portal I booked, but I never received even one of them. Okay, then I have got an idea. Police department to amend the rules and put now mobile phone is just like your friend, lover, or wife, or a son. So, in the police department, head office and branch offices, you have to put this is a personal item. Whoever found it, immediately nearest police station, just like it has been, what you can call, I have forgotten that word. So, immediately report to the police. It has been hijacked or whatever it is. You can use some good word and put it in a police station. Logo. And this is one question. And another question is cyber security director. So, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, all are social media platforms. How many physical offices in each Karnataka or Bhubaneswar or Delhi, we don't have a physical office to report. One person, they are paying lakhs of rupees salaries. One person, one office. He should immediately trace when hacking happens or some financial frauds. So Facebook having, government has to say, you have to catch those IP address and where this has been happened, and we have to make it them responsible for that particular incident. This is.
So please note down my number. You can call me. So I will tell you all these things. So fast, sir, sit down. So, both is a very good point. As per the Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Codes Rules 2021, Indian government has taken a very strong stance. As per the DPDP rules also, now DPDP rules 2025 has already been released. 14 November. As per these guidelines and as per these rules, every social media platform has a grievance officer in India. हमको पता नहीं है, that is a concern. मैं बताने वाला था, बहुत सारे मेरे स्लाइड में भी है, who are the grievance officer, एड्रेस कहाँ पर है, where is the email ID. मान लीजिए आपका व्हाट्सएप अकाउंट हैक हो गया है, now your व्हाट्सएप अकाउंट हैक्ड, क्या करेंगे आप लोग, कोई बता सकते हैं? Your WhatsApp account is hacked. What to do next? Idea है? You have to file the said complaint to the grievance officer of the WhatsApp. Just send a mail. Within 24 hours, they will recover your WhatsApp account. That is the beauty. लेकिन हमको पता नहीं है. That is the point. मान लीजिए मेरा Instagram account hack हो गया है. So क्या करेंगे? Instagram hacked Instagram account. There is the site. And you can also send the mail to the grievance officer of Meta platforms. There are the provisions we have to know. And regarding the mobile missing, you can file the complaint at the police station. They will give the GD copy and we'll search the IMA numbers and also CIR portal, and you can get the traceability report. होता रहता है, बहुत चीज़ होता रहता है, but it will take time because we are so much overburdened. But regarding the social media platforms, they are the grievance officer. You can directly send the mail to the grievance officer. They will take care of the same because उनका भी बाप है. जो सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म है ना, उनका भी बाप है. कौन बाप है? ग्रीवांस अपीलेट कमिटी. पता नहीं है. देयर इज अ ग्रीवांस अपीलेट कमिटी. जानते हैं कितना फाइन है? 250 करोड़. नाउ रोज टू 500 करोड़. पता नहीं है. दैट इज द पॉइंट. किसको अप्रोच करना है हमको पता नहीं है. I have already shared the email IDs of the grievance officer. You can collect the same. You can send the mail. They will give you directly, they will give instantly, they will give the reply. And within 24 hours, they will recover your WhatsApp account, hacked or hacked Instagram account or hacked Facebook account. Thank you. Thanks a lot. मेरा नंबर चलिए ठीक है. My number is, please note down my number. थोड़ा सा मुझे WhatsApp भी कर लीजिए. 81440 33 879. 81440 33 879. So myself Sadha Siddha Akshay. That means ACP Akshay. ACP Akshay. किनका फोन भी आ रहा है. चलिए 33879. ACP Akshay साइबर लिख दीजिएगा. It's really easy. Yeah. So thank you. Thanks a lot. हाँ. You can file, this is very good. Thank you, sir. You can file any type of cyber crime. You can file any type of cyber crime in the nationalized cybercrime help desk number is 1930. जोर बोलना है भैया, 1930. हाँ, सुना नहीं दिया, अभी तक नहीं आ रहा है। आई एम हार्ड ऑफ हियरिंग यार, मुझे सुनाई दे रहा है। हाँ, वेरी गुड, 1930 और www.cybercrime.gov.in। I have already shared. हाँ, 100% sir. That's why I have given sir. Yes, you have given. Awareness is the key now. Awareness is the only solution. Nothing else sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. We really don't have time. We are very sorry for that we don't have the time to go for further more questions. So without a delay, I would request now Professor Dr. Upendra Padhi, Chairman of NMC, to please come on the dais and felicitate our chairperson of the session and the speakers. Loud round of applause, please. Felicitating Professor Nagraj, felicitating Niranjan Kumar Parikh. Professor Mr. Anjani Kumar Jha being felicitated by Professor Nagraj. Akshay Kumar Nayak, our ACP, is being felicitated by Professor Nagraj. It was a wonderful session. We had a lot of points and a lot of practical things to know how to handle ourselves with the Android. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining NMC as the dignitaries and speakers. And this session gives us a lot of information, a lot of important phone numbers to get connected once we are stuck.
What if I told you your daily walk could be your...
Within the next 5 to 7 minutes, we get prepared for the next parallel session, the parallel session 4. So please be seated in the auditorium. Good afternoon. We are right now beginning the parallel session 4. I request the guests and the students to be in the auditorium, and this session will be moderated by Durba Manigram. I hand over the podium, the microphone to her to continue from this moment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good morning, respected dignitaries, distinguished speakers, faculty members, research scholars, students, and esteemed participants. On behalf of the 9th National Media Conclave, it's my honor and privilege to welcome you all to this plenary session 4, themed Data Privacy in Digital Domain Issues and Concern. At the very outset, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the National Media Conclave IMS Bhubaneswar and especially the Conclave Chairman Professor Pari for giving me this opportunity to serve as the moderator for this distinguished session. May I request all our esteemed speakers and dignitaries to kindly proceed towards the dais. May I request Professor V.L. Dharurkar, Director, Research and Development, Indian Institute of Knowledge, Pune, on the dais. Mr. Priyadarshi Sharangi, Professor Shashwati Gangopadhyay, Mr. Shuchit Mishra, and Dr. Rashmi Nashkar. As we begin this thoughtful session, we follow our tradition of honoring our guests with sapling and badges, symbolizing growth, knowledge, and a commitment to a greener future. Ladies and gentlemen, our theme for this plenary session, Data Privacy in Digital Domain Issues and Concern, is more relevant today than ever before. As our lives shift increasingly to digital platforms, every online action, whether browsing, shopping, or communicating, creates data rallies. These trails offer convenience, but they also raise some important questions. Who owns our personal data? How transparency is it collected or used? Are individuals truly aware of this permission they grant? And how prepared our policies and institutions to protect citizens in a rapidly evolving digital environment? With rising concerns over data breaches, algorithmic trafficking, and misuse of personal information. Ensuring privacy is not just a technical challenge, it's a socio-ethical responsibility. Today's distinguished speakers will help us understand these issues from academic, technological, policy-based, and industry perspectives, guiding us towards a safer and more accountable digital ecosystem. Once again, let's welcome Professor V.L. Dharurkar, Director, Research and Development, Indian Institute of Knowledge, Pune, and Emeritus Professor of Mass Communication and former Vice Chancellor, Tripura Central University, to the dais. Now I humbly invite our chairperson for this session, Professor Dr. V.L. Dharurkar, Director, Research and Development, Indian Institute of Knowledge, Pune, and Emeritus Professor of Mass Communication and former Vice Chancellor, Tripura Central University, to deliver the opening remark. Professor Dharurkar is a distinguished academic leader who is contributing significantly to the media education, research, and institutional development in India.
In the present world of data domain, data is the king and data is everything. Those who control data, they rule the world, they rule the media, and they rule information. When you think about information society, Sirika Menikanen of Kyoto University has defined information society as the society which is rich in information and advanced in technology, that is information society. India is in a state of transition. Our Prime Minister is launching a campaign, Digital India, and in this smart digital initiatives, Government of India has taken a number of steps, and data privacy, protecting data privacy is one of the important phenomena in all the democracies of the world. When we say we are in the democratic world and we are marching towards a free society, in such a free society, balanced and free and balanced flow of information. Free and balanced flow of information is very important for a vibrant democracy, and in this process, data privacy is very important. When you say right to privacy, in the right to privacy, data is also very important phenomena. Once Immanuel Kant, a German philosopher, was asked, "Whom do you are threatened?" He said, "I never fear anybody but the light of morality, which provides a pathway to lead the life as a better citizen." That light is very important. I think we should always lead this light and provide light to the society by maintaining privacy of the data. There are many rules, regulations, and ethical dimensions of this issue. Panel members will throw light on the given areas, and I am very sure that there will not be any overlapping of information, because the basic principle they should follow, once a person is throwing a light, throwing a kind of phenomenal information, the other person should not repeat and provide a new pathway for ice-breaking truth. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your insightful opening reflection. It's now my pleasure to invite Dr. Shashwati Gangopadhyay, Professor of Mass Communication, the University of Burdwan, West Bengal, to share her insights. Professor Gangopadhyay holds extensive academic and research experience. Her expertise spans television studies, women and media, and digital media. And she is recognized for her scholarly contribution and commitment to advancing contemporary media education. Ma'am, please.
Good afternoon. It's my honor and pleasure to be here amongst all these august gathering with very senior academicians, Professor Nagraj, my teacher, Dr. Sneha Shishur, and many other professors from across India who are here, luminaries of our academic scene. On the dais, we have Professor Dharurkar, a very senior academician. So it is indeed my honor and pleasure to be here. I would like to thank the NMC for inviting me, specifically Professor Upendra Padi for inviting me here. I'll be talking primarily since the area here is data privacy in a digital domain, that is our theme. And I'd just like to speak about this issue, because there are certain issues and we do have concerns, our concerns we have. So we all know digital media is a new and emerging area. First slide, please. And both in academic research and discourse along with the industry. And to be very honest with you, if you look at the, I'm not going to exactly read out from here. What I have just, jotted certain things that have come to my mind, and also I've taken help from some, papers also. What I feel is that in this present times, we have a large number of the population who are connected online through the use of digital mediums. And if we look at the development of new information technology, if we look at the second part of it, thus enhancing freedom of expression and democratic participation. Now this is the area which concerns me the most, because are we having freedom of expression and is there a democratic participation? See, it is definitely a platform for all of us, digital platform, and people who are netizens, that is citizens of the net, they think that yes, we have freedom of expression. Do we really have? Now, when we talk about digitalization, we are actually talking about what? Interactivity, hypertext, convergence, networks, which I'm sure all of us know, and the students primarily are aware of it also. And when we talk about digitalization, we are actually looking at how this new model, a new interaction model, that is convergence has happened, and now we have people who are linked, people, companies, and in most cases, state players. They come together, and what kind of information? From business, academics to recreational, so all kinds of information. And when we talk about these technological advancements, the use of social media and other online avenues have allowed high connectivity and productivity. So when we talk about productivity here, this is another very interesting aspect. And what is that? When we are using social media, all of us use social media. I'm sure in this hall, there might be just one or two exceptions who may not be on the social network, but most of us are. And what do? We develop content. Content is developed by the user. So we are both consumers of information and we are also developers of information. So we are producers and consumers. And now a new term has been coined, which is prosumers. Social media users are prosumers. So here, in this case, when we are developing content and using content, ensuring data privacy, in this digital age is very important. So this is where, our, I would say, concerns and issues both begin. Now, when we are looking at this word, we should go to the next slide. Next slide, please. Yeah, I'm talking about this thing called electronic surveillance. So what has happened? Due to technological developments, we are also having electronic surveillance, which is, we are under watch. And we can be under watch, we means anyone can be under watch, with this both business and state entities are watching us. Simple thing like location update, geotag. I mean, when I just came into Odisha, immediately all my phones started pinging, welcome to Odisha. So I knew that even if I don't keep my location update on, even then I am still, all of us are still under this kind of electronic surveillance. I'm not saying it is a good thing or a bad thing, but yes, we are under watch. And this kind of communication surveillance poses a threat. I mean, why? Because we have certain people, I mean, when our individual rights and liberties may be, we might have our personal information will be leaked to some extent, and when we are talking about processing of personal information, if we look at social networks have given us scope for updating personal information. And if we look at our social network accounts, many of us, when we have to open an account for the first time, I'm sure all of us have to do it, we have to give certain personal information, gender, date of birth. That is mandatory. Your email ID, there are certain things which are mandatory which we'll have to give. And sometimes there are optional ones which many of us also provide. And a very interesting thing we do, they give a long legal thing, and a tab comes, I agree or I accept. Because if you don't click that tab that I accept or I agree, they will not allow us to go further. So it is, and most of us, I think only legal experts with digital know-how are the only people who can really understand the nuances of those pages and pages of agreement that most of us sign without even understanding. So we are under digital watch, and most of us are doing it very willingly because we have accepted. Whenever I, you, or all of us, we join, forget about social networks, even for our electronic mails, we have to give our consent. So there we are allowing ourselves willingly in some cases and unwillingly in some cases to be under this surveillance. When I am not going to use the word surveillance all the time because it does have a negative connotation, but yes, I will use, we are continuously under watch. And this digital watch can put at risk such people who fight for, human rights and civil liberties. And I think I have quoted from United Nations Human Rights Council that human rights defenders, whistleblowers, and investigative journalists, all of which are important elements of free and democratic society, are also under threat. So, I mean, here we are talking about the digital media is giving scope for democratic participation, and on the flip side, digital watch is putting at risk such people who are fighting for human rights and civil liberties. Now, next slide, please. Now, here I'm talking specifically about business. This has been a long issue. It's a well-known fact that business uses these kind of variety of online techniques to collect data from consumers. it is not, it is not a new thing. And digital technologies have accelerated this process of gathering and storing and analyzing of this personal data. Earlier it would have taken months, now it is just taking maybe a maximum a few minutes. So obviously, there need to be some inquiries. What are they doing? What is this data being used for? Or what is going to be done with that data? But of course, in most cases, business are not transparent about their role. And as profit motive is primarily transgressing and moving into private domain of individuals, which is a very unhealthy practice, but it is happening. Next slide, please. Now, what are the reasons of surveillance? Generally, of course, if we look at identities, they need to know, business primarily needs to know various attributes of persons who are using the social networks or the digital media. And these attributes, these identities and attributes serve as exclusive markers for persons. And it may be their identifier using the electronic mail correspondence details, and sometimes even our social security identification. Sometimes we put our, we upload our Aadhaar, PAN, Epic, all these things, we keep them in different places online. We don't know how safe those digital platforms are, but we are doing it. So yes, many people are actually compromising, their social security identifications. Of course, behaviors, very important for the business. Why? They need to understand the pattern of actions which any individual who is online are doing it, whether it is through social or economic content, which includes their surfing history or more importantly, their buying history. And of course, next one is inferencing. Inferencing means sort of inferences are the attributions, ascribing, caused by, they are trying to understand, sometimes profiling individuals and gathering and analyzing information of the persons who are online. So, and they are also able to deduce who they are, what they are doing, and what they want to do, which is very interesting. And of course, transaction. Now, these are not just a financial transaction, even our social transactions. Business needs to know what our social transactions are, which they can use for, again, business purpose. If I am interacting with my relatives and friends, so during, we do get pop-ups when we are chatting with our friends and all, we do get pop-ups of ads, for friends you get on Friendship Day. These are very, very small, and I'm not saying these are harmless things. Or for relative, you might get some pop-ups to buy something for them. Of course, at the end of the day, it's pure business, which I already spoke about, profit versus privacy. So obviously, they are more interested in selling you a product or a service. So yes, they are doing it. So transactions are a very important point. And then access and observability. Now, this is something which has come up in recent times, and it is happening for many, many people. Access and observability pertains to the ability of individuals. Now, from the negative side, I'm saying, individuals who can access and observe the identities. You might have an online friend, which many people have on social networks, who might be an online friend, or might be a hacker, or might be, someone with criminal antecedents. So these people are getting a lot of indoctrination, have been done online for, terrorist activities, which we are all aware of. So access and observability is something which is a reality. simple things. We have a person from the corporate sector. He will be able to tell this better than I do. Employees of corporate houses, have to keep their social media and online behavior in such a way so that, their own employers, current employers and prospective employers can check their social media. And that is something which happens very clearly. And so we know many people from the corporate are very clear about what they put online and what they don't, because it is under surveillance, particularly from the corporates. And simply if you look at the United States Department checks social media profiles of anyone who is going to apply for US visa. So this is being done totally openly. So yes, these are the issues which are there. Now, next slide, please. Now, when we talk about what are the challenges, when we are looking at data collection and profiling, now this is a major challenge in data privacy issue, that in the digital age there is an extensive data collection and profiling carried out by companies and organizations. I mean, when we are, if I like to watch a certain reel, if I like to watch, anybody likes to watch a certain type of item on any social network, you will get more and more of such things. How do you get it? Of course, we all know it's algorithms which are doing it. But primarily, we are under watch. So, when web searches to social media likes is being used to build profiles of individuals, and this can be used for simple targeted advertising, which I have already spoken about, and malicious purposes, which I spoke about when, indoctrination of people into terrorist activities, which is happening all across the world. And of course, data breaches and cyber attacks. Now this, of course, I spoke about things like I keep my Aadhaar, PAN, and all other documents online. And what is the guarantee in a DigiLocker? I understand, but I cannot be 100% sure. Even I'm sure the government also cannot be 100% sure that they are totally safe from, malicious attacks, that is hacking, cyber attacks and data breaches. So hackers can get unauthorized access to databases, and which we might think are very impregnable. So biometric, we are supposed to have biometric lock and all that, but that also can get compromised. Then another very important part is lack of transparency. Many organizations and institutions are not very transparent about how they collect data, why they collect data, and of course the user terms and conditions are given in such a way which is not fully understandable by average people like us. I said earlier, it may be legal experts with, digital media background or, digital training. Only those people will be really able to understand these terms and conditions. So these are some of the challenges in data privacy. Next slide, please. Now, what are the solutions? Of course, I'm sure most of us know. So, of course, number one is user education, which is, empowering users with knowledge is crucial. What we should do and what we should not do, do's and don'ts online, which some of us do it, just like media literacy. Digital media literacy is also something which needs to be taught, I personally feel, not just, in colleges and universities, but primarily at the school levels, so that, because most of the students who are teenagers start using social networks, and they are the most vulnerable to, attacks of this kind, where, their privacy is compromised. Then there is privacy by design, which of course some organizations adopt this approach when they're developing a product or a service or a software. And this means They are considering data privacy from the very onset, and they are using robust systems. Like WhatsApp tells us that their chat is end-to-end encrypted. I hope it is. So they are doing it, privacy by design. But let's hope it's really happening. Then data minimization. How much data should an organization or even a government collect? How much of the data is really needed and how much are just superfluous? And they are, that is something which has to be addressed. So these are certain solutions so that this use of big data things, it really need not be done, because many of the data that is available to these corporates or big organizations are actually 50% may not be of any use. So data minimization is one area which could be a solution for data privacy. And data encryption, again, I spoke about WhatsApp, scrambling of readable data. When we are encrypting, we are scrambling readable data into unreadable format, and that many service providers are doing, which we hope are actually useful. And then, of course, user consent. Now, when we say user consent, we need to have very transparent and informed user consent. That is very essential, because what happens is that companies make it clear that they are collecting data, but how they are using it, how much of data they are using it, we don't know. And at the very beginning, I had said that if I want to join any digital platform, I have to agree. At the very beginning, I have to agree. Otherwise, they won't allow me to, even accept me as a member in that, either a community or even for Google, Gmail, everything. We have to agree to their terms and conditions, which we don't understand as laymen. So user consent is another area which is a solution, let us hope. I mean, I'm talking from an academic point of view, because industry and academia, there are, I would say, pointed differences of opinion are there. And very important, this is where the third, from bipartite, it becomes tripartite, because the regulatory compliance, where state players come in, because we have to understand organizations should comply to digital privacy regulations. And it's not just for corporates and individuals like us, but also for the state players. So to some extent, the states should understand across the world. When I'm talking about states, it's not just India, because we are fortunately and unfortunately digitally connected worldwide. Wherever there is digital connectivity, we can be connected to each other. So state regulators across the world also should maybe use a platform, common platforms like United Nations, or we do have some organizations, international digital organizations, where they can come together and formulate some regulations, which it is being done, but more needs to be done. So ideally, next slide please, the way forward is digital networks should not be used solely for business purposes and service providers, but also for widespread consumer awareness, education, for the increased online skill. Because why am I saying this, that it's like a corporate social responsibility they can do, because in the long run it will benefit corporates with more digital literate users, is going to be of benefit to the corporates who are doing data mining. So that is what I feel. Again, I may be wrong. There is an expert from the industry. They would be able to tell this better. So state players, rules and standardizations. We need strong encryption, and states, along with telecommunication providers, should come up with something. State rules and standard for the corporates and service providers has to be mandated. I think that is very important. Next slide, please. This, because at the end of the day, neutral, and I have already discussed this, the neutral and universal nature of the internet must be protected by all. So this is primarily thing that I wished to speak about. I just take 2 more minutes. Please go to the next slide. Now, since we are in media, and there are media experts also sitting here, so when we talk about media, how media has changed and transformed because of digitization, we are aware of it. You know, I have given, I'm not going to read out the Cohen's citation, but yes, it is undeniable that digital journalism has transformed the way news is reported, disseminated, and consumed. However, it has also led to the eroding of media gatekeeping function to a very great extent. And of course, profitable news has is given predominance over news which are socially responsible. But, you know, unfortunate but true. You know, these are, whatever I'm talking about is from the moral standpoint. So these are pertinent ideas. Next slide, please. These are pertinent ideas, but we don't have a clear-cut answer. Yes. So this tension between public's right to know and the individual's right to privacy is a very, you know, critical and problematic area, and a very, I would say, ethical challenge for digital journalists. And in many cases, they don't care. But in the long run, if a digital journalist has to sustain himself or herself, I am sure they have to, you know, come up with some sort of a balance between the public's right to know and the individual's right to privacy. And of course, you know, since AI is the next big thing, so without AI, we cannot, you know, conclude anything here. So yes, this machine learning, AI has taken over the newsroom, particularly in a big way. And it is a very, I would say, dangerous trend for journalists, that is, human beings like us. Earlier we had, across the world, we had many copywriters in the newsroom who used to write copies. Now they are being replaced by AI. And of course, we are also doing it in our own little ways with ChatGPT and all other AI tools that are being provided. And, you know, more and more artificial intelligence is being used, and less of human intelligence is being used across the world. It's not just in you know, journalism and mass media. So, at the end, I would like to say that even then, when digital journalism is evolving, but we have to understand the last sentence, that is, understanding the ethical implications of emerging technology is very important, and we have to balance. At some point of time, we have to keep a balance between privacy and profit. Okay, next slide, please. These are the references that I have used, and thank you so much for your patience.
First, thank you so much, ma'am, for bringing in such a thoughtful academic lessons. Now, I invite Mr. Priyadarshi Sharangi, AI Techno-Functional Expert, Bhubaneswar, to deliver his address. He is known for his expertise in integrating advanced artificial intelligence solutions with practical business and operational needs.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and the audience. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to say about data privacy in the digital domain. So, what is data? It's a small question I'll be asking to the audience. What is data? Had anyone taken any photograph earlier in the digital era when the digital camera was coming up? We used to get the photograph in a very less resolution. Then slowly we started increasing the resolution. We had seen in movies increasing the resolution, and the clarity goes up, goes up, goes up. The more the data we do have, the more we will be getting the clarity. So in this digital world, data is a fuel, or we can say oil, to take decision fast with an accurate outcome. Now, coming to say as a businessman, or coming to say as a decision maker, privacy. I'll come to the privacy, but now at first I need to tell what is data and what. I hope everyone has heard about the Operation Sindoor. I don't find anyone who had not heard about Operation Sindoor. And the Air Force had given a statement, how we came to know in airbase Noor Jahan, I don't remember. It's an airbase where the Americans are, where the Pakistan was hiding their planes. Noor Khan. So what they said, we found out there is a gap of 5 foot by 5 foot, and in between it we entered our BrahMos missile. It is the data they got from the satellite, using satellite or whatever the tools. They took a decision and it was very fast and very accurate. That the outcome is that Pakistan came down to a halt. Okay, we want to compromise. This is the power of data in today's world. Without it, it is really impossible. Now coming down to the privacy part. Why we are talking about or discussing about data privacy in nowadays. Everyone is using Facebook, WhatsApp. Some minutes back, Akshay sir, our OPS sir, he had said about how to maintain or how to secure ourselves. But had anyone seen while creating an account in Gmail or creating an account in WhatsApp, Facebook, they will ask 10 number of things. Your location, your messages, even if you are installing a small application, it will ask 10 number of checklists. You don't tick on one of the checklists, it will not allow you to install the application. What they were expecting from us, our data, they are collecting our data without informing us or forcing us, bhai ye data de do, app use karo, nahi to nahi. Though only they will be using only 1% or 5% of the data what they are collecting from us. Second are the unauthorized data sharing. What is unauthorized data sharing? I hope everyone is getting calls in daily basis from telecallers. Sir, ye le lo, sir, wo credit card le lo, sir, ye le lo. So how they are getting your data? Had you given any time? No. Then someone else who had taken your data and they had validated that yes, he or she or he is that person with this PAN card number, with this Aadhaar card number, and the person's age group is this, and he or she is doing this work, and he have this income capability, who have the capability to use your product. Correct? So this much is data had been shared from one source to the another source without taking your permission. Third is the security issues. Sometimes we are installing some applications like what said, hacking of WhatsApp. We installed the APK, we didn't know what had happened, someone stole your data. Fourth is the new tech. New tech, what is the new tech? I just shared an example of Operation Sindoor. Pakistan would have never thought कि यार 5 फुट by 5 फुट एक gap मिलेगा, उसमें से इंडिया आके ब्रह्मोस का मिसाइल घुसा देगा. They had never thought about it. This is the use of new tech. You can say about image processing, you can say about AI, you can say about data analytics, you can say about satellite imagery, or you can say about predictive mechanisms. You name the technologies, but yes, there are technologies which are used to take a decision, new tech. And the last is the lack of individual control. Sometimes we are being made not to take the conscious decision. अरे ठीक है चलो यार next सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल हो गया. अरे ये मिल रहा है, नहीं हो रहा है, ये नहीं हो रहा है, वी आर बिंग फोर्स. 3 बार ट्राई किया, नहीं हो रहा है, चलो चौथा बार क्लिक ही कर दो यार, ले लेते हैं और सोचेंगे नहीं. Someone is asking multiple times, सर आपका ऐसा हो रहा है, सर आपका वैसा हो रहा है, you get irritated, you are being forced, so you lose your control and you share your data. And I do whatever I want to do. I use your WhatsApp, I use your bank accounts, I can draw money, I can clone your phone and use your phone against you. See, I'm trying to tell the real case examples which we are seeing. I'll be sharing some real case examples after saying about these things. So, how the things we can control. So, what are the principles? There are certain principles. Like ma'am was saying, there are certain policies or principles. Policies will be coming, but beforehand we will be going with the principles. Then only there will be some policies will be coming, and after it there will be some legal actions can be taken. In the last session, our OPS sir was saying, Akshay sir was saying, there are certain laws and we have no idea how the law came to the effect. Some person had been harassed or he or she had faced the problem, so there had been some issues which had been raised and some policies had been created. But prior to it, if there is no policies, what we can do? We have to follow certain principles. First, we need to check where we are giving the consent, when and where. If we do require, suppose मुझे camera app install करना है, but that app should not be asking for my SMSs, should not be asking to read my emails, should not be taking my financial informations, should not be taking where or my personal informations. It's maximum it should be taking the GPS locations and the shutter speed. That's it. More information. When I am giving this much of consent, it should be preserved. I should not be giving the consents, more consents. Minimal data uses. The minimalistic I will be giving, the safe I will be. The more I will be giving, the more unsafe I will be. There is a real case scenario where we had observed, the more the data the persons are giving, the more the predictive analysis we are able to do. The more the predictive analysis we are able to do, the more we are the distance we can take it on. Most of the e-commerce companies, the Amazon, you can see, you have done a search of a specific item. They will track it out. Okay, the person should be male, the person should be of age group this, the person should be requiring this product. So this is the persona that had been created and we will be selling the XYZ amount, XYZ product to those persons. This is the power of data and this is the power. The more the data you start sharing, the more they will be able to predict your next step and the more they will be working on you. There had been one cases, sometime now also we used to say, Facebook और Google आपका बारे में जितना जानते हैं, आपको खुद को भी उतना पता नहीं होगा. And we had seen these cases. Google used to remember 20 years back किया हुआ था आपका फोटोग्राफ से. मुझे भी याद नहीं होगा, मैं जब फोटो देखता, अरे हाँ ये फोटो लिए थे, कब लिए थे, मुझे सोचना पड़ता था 2 मिनट. But Google used to show this time, this location with this person. So these things are going. And the other principle which we will be going for the accountability. Many of the places we are sharing our data not knowing who other persons are collecting it. We know there is an accountability, there is certain things which will be safeguarding us. Yes, we will be going for right to access and the security. Many of the times we are trusting on some products, softwares or the processes where the security auditing had not been done properly. What happens? Our data gets breached and no one is responsible for it. There is no accountability mechanism had yet been coming up. Slowly these things are coming up. The more the accountability will be happening, the more security will be having, the more the right to access and the limitations will be having with us. So I was saying about the data, I was saying about the privacy, and I was saying about the principality of the process which we will be following up. Now coming to the things, if we are not following these things, there will be certain things which will be happening. Identity theft. Again the cases are coming up. WhatsApp. I stole your WhatsApp, so I'll be using your WhatsApp. Your friends will be thinking, this is his WhatsApp. Then I'll be asking, अरे मुझे 500 रुपये दे दो, मुझे 1000 रुपये दे दो. Even in the Facebook and LinkedIn, these things had happened. I think 40-50% guys had already faced these things. Someone will be sending message, my WhatsApp is being hacked, please don't give the money to the person who is asking. These things are happening. And if I am getting more data, if I am getting more data and I will be knowing about privacy, without knowing, someone will be using your PAN card, your details, and your CIBIL will get low. And in the prime time or when you will be asking for a loan, no one will be giving you the loans because someone had done the inquiry or someone had used your CIBIL or your PAN card. Sometime it had happened that someone had taken loans without intimating. So there will be losses in the financial part. Emotional and psychological harms. I had stolen your WhatsApp and I will be putting some absurd or nude images which will be creating a problem for your in the societal aspect. So it will be creating emotional and psychological problems. Discrimination. There is a term called discrimination. Sometime what you are doing in the examination, we used to remove the person's name and ID and we just give a secret code because we don't want to discriminate. Suppose I have too much of data about you I can differentiate what you are doing, and I can and the judging that or the judging that I'll be taking on you will be discriminated. And yes, these things have happened multiple times. Some and other things that who are the consequence that we'll be facing is the loss of autonomy. Once the data is being breached, people will start trusting you. You can't say, okay, boss, we can do this, we can do that. No, people will not trust you. So there are certain things which had been done, these things in accord to it. Like sir was saying, if an organization is failing, not able to secure, suppose I am giving my data to an organization and the organization's responsibility is to secure my data. If the organization is not able to secure that data, they will be penalized for it, and the penalty are too hefty. Societal consequences. 3-4 years back, if WhatsApp is being hacked and someone is sharing wrong pictures, we used to say, "Arey yaar, ye banda bahut ganda hai." Now we knew it, so when someone is saying, "My WhatsApp is hacked," we know that this person is not responsible for the misconduct that is going to happen in next 1 or 2 days. So we are able to handle it. At least in the societal part, we are able to address it. People are understanding. Again, there are certain penal codes or legal aspects which had been created. There are certain penalty clauses which had been come up. If someone is doing, like sir was saying, if you are creating fake profiles, means you are intimidating someone and you are creating these things to harass someone. So there are certain penalty clauses which the government law had created, and these are the things which had been done. So people should not be doing or stealing our data. And last but not least, in today's world, in this digital world, if you want to hide yourself, आपका digital presence होना नहीं चाहिए. So what are the things you should do? Anyone can answer it. Try it. Yes? No sir. फोन छोड़ दो, क्रेडिट कार्ड छोड़ दो, फोन पे छोड़ो, फोन पे गूगल पे जो फोन में यूज होता है ना स्मार्टफोन, यू आर सेइंग यू आर स्मार्ट एनफ. नो, आई कैन ट्रैक एवरीथिंग. द लॉज हैड कम इन last 1 or 2 years. Previously there was nothing. When we were doing when we were building Android applications 5-6 years back, we can collect all data from your phone. You make a credit card payment, I will track where you are. There are fraud analysis part, we used to do the analysis in AI. So we can track who has done the payment and where, at what time and which location. You leave the cell phone, you leave the credit card, I will never able to track you in the digital world. तो पहले बोलते थे ना वो बंदा गायब हो गया, मिल नहीं रहा है. The same thing will happen. But unfortunately, in our day-to-day life, it is near impossible to do a digital detoxification for a longer time. We can do as a sabbatical for 5 days, 10 days, but not more than it, because the whole system is built on it. So what we can do, we need to take precautions and preventions. What it has been said earlier, prevention is better than. So thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I would urge, coming from an AI and cybersecurity domain, I would urge everyone to take precaution rather than facing the problem. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for illuminating the intersection of AI and data governance with such clarity, especially the part privacy, since we all understand the fact that it's a serious concern in today's world. Now I invite Dr. Rashmi Noshkar, Assistant Professor, St. Xavier's University, Kolkata, to present her views. She is specializing in contemporary media and communication studies. She is known for her academic engagement, research contributions, and commitment to advancing emerging perspective in media education.
Thank you, Durba. Thank you for that warm welcome. And on the onset, this opportunity to thank Upendra Pari sir, as well as the organizers of NMC, National Media Conclave, for having me invited here. It's an honor, it's a privilege on my part to share this, to share this dais with such esteemed senior academicians, such senior professors out here. I've been a student to many of them, indeed all of them, and it is a true honor, true privilege to have been given this opportunity. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all my senior professors. As I said, my heartfelt gratitude to them, because whatever I've learned, I have learned all from them. So my heartfelt gratitude to each of the senior professors and the very senior academicians here in the panel. Today I take up this topic, and I take up this, ma'am and sir has been covering various aspects of digital, concern and digital vulnerability. Ma'am has been speaking about the challenges, sharing an overview, and sir has been very insightfully sharing his industrial experiences to talk about what are the, the real life situations that we need to be cautious about. I move a little different path, and I also take up a very evolving concern to speak and to discuss upon. I choose the topic of AI and deep fakes, and particularly focus on the vulnerability issues related with it. Can I have the next slide, please? I've just prepared a small PPT, and I start with just understanding what deepfake is. My first slide basically just helps us understanding, though I'm sure all of us are aware of what deepfake is. Deepfake, well, it is a culmination of two important words. It speaks about deep learning and fake videos which are created. So these deepfake the concept of deepfake basically speaks about AI-generated fake videos which astonishingly look absolutely realistic. And unfortunately, we would, even 2 months back, even 6 months back, what we would think that deepfakes is something, which is a potential threat for us in future. I must correct, and my later slides, I will prove you that deepfake is something which is a major growing concern in today's era. There are a lot of instances which are being reported on deepfake issues, and I'll take them up for discussion. It speaks about the vulnerability that we are often, subjected to. So deepfakes can be easily, be prepared by using the advanced technologies. We can clone the voice, we can clone the facial expressions, we can indeed, all of, even without cloning a particular aspect, we can actually have the entire content being synthetically prepared using advanced technologies and so on. And this calls, this should ring the alarm bell very quickly. Indeed, I'll request for the next slide, and I put in a quote. And this quote comes in from a senior executive from McAfee. They are a computer cybersecurity consultant which has to share a lot of survey data. And I'll just quote, I found this important, and the first line very challenging, and therefore I've used it in my slides also. It goes something like this: deep fakes have changed the game for cyber criminals. They no longer are hacking the system, but they are hacking the human trust. And this is a matter of concern when our human trust is being put into consideration. Particularly, this is a major concern in the Indian context, because somewhere we know that the Indian subcontinent, or particularly, given the demographies of our country, we are particularly people who spend a lot of time on social media platforms, and at the same time, we are popularizing, and we are always getting absorbed with the celebrity endorsement factors which happen. So easily, I mean, therefore, you know, the situation in India, particularly given our sort of a demographical status quo, where half of the population of the country still is not fortunate enough to receive literacy, we often fall a prey, we often fall a victim to these people who have to fabricate their contents and sell it to us, and we think them to be genuine videos, a matter of concern, and we start circulating them over social media and so on. So somewhere, because of our sort of, I think, again, these two important parameters, the fact that the population is very vulnerable because we are not that skilled, we are not that equipped with the possibility of understanding and identifying what is original and what is fake. And secondly, because we have a huge population, you know, surfing and spending time over social media, that we often fall a prey to deep fakes. And probably this is the reason, as a researcher, I take up this subject of going and, you know, exploring this in greater